Alrighty, folks, and we are officially live in the flesh. What's going on, everybody? What's going on? I just have to say, before anything else, before we talk about Italy and Japan and how I've completely bankrupted myself on virtually almost all of my credit card points and miles now between these two trips. And I have a lot of ways that I'm starting to recoup that stash. I'm going to be showcasing that a little bit later. Some involves cards, some involves some trickery with Hilton timeshares. It's going to be interesting. And a couple of hotels if you guys are interested in where I'm booking and some flights and stuff. But I have to just do a really special shout out because, we don't bring it up too often, but, Mike Nuland, Mike Nuland, you guys know his name. You know the name and you know the face and you know that he's always killing it. Every live stream of anybody's. I was just in another creators live stream. Mike Newland was there. I'm in a random stream that I think no one's there. Mike Newland's there. He is the most supportive, awesome person in the community. I actually spoke to him on the phone once and he was telling me all about his Japan trip that was coming up and he's now home from. Gave me a 40 super chat before we even started anything. Like, super freaking amazing guy. I can't say enough about Mike Newland and just how much, like, you don't know Mike. All the people behind the scenes, like, oh, Mike Newland's amazing. Like, he's always here. So I figured we have to do just one big, thank you to Mike Newland because, uh, you know, it should be recognized. It should be recognized his greatness, and it does not go unnoticed by everyone. So, Mike, what the heck? What the heck? And even before the stream, like, do you know how freaking awesome that is to get pumped? Like, damn, there's somebody out there that would be willing to do that. And then you get on here and it's like, all right, let's kill it. Let's absolutely kill it. So, Mike, on behalf of the whole community, we salute you, sir. We really appreciate you. And might actually be meeting up with Mike Newland in person. And here's actually a special thing I wanted to announce to everybody here who's watching this live. So I recently was in my Discord, the free Discord down below, and people were talking about Mike Newland specifically, and someone else was talking about an aviation convention, AVCON. So I'll put it up on the screen right here, AVCON. I know this does not stand for Anthony Venture Con. This is a convention for aviator, I guess what they would call nerds. It's at the Delta Flight Museum in Atlanta, Georgia, and that's going to be April 4th, 2026. And so I just threw it out there. Like, they had some speakers and stuff, and it says, oh, meet the creators. There's going to be people who are really big in the aviation space who talk about, flights that they take and receipts, and then actually the planes themselves. These names you may have been familiar with. Not guys I actually personally watch, but I know a few guys know, like Jeb Brooks and whatnot. Business Class Philosopher. I mean, that's a great name right there. The Business Class Philosopher. I love that. And I said, screw it. How could I get involved? And apparently, Mike Newland put in a good word for me, and I actually have been allowed to be a speaker at this event. So if anybody wants to attend this event, I think it's like $10 or $20 or something like that to buy tickets. I don't know. Let me see. Buy a ticket. Oh, it's $40. Oh, man. I feel like that went up in price. I'm going to be at this convention April 4th, and apparently I'm going to be a speaker, and apparently they gave me a table to do a meet and greet. I don't know what that really entails, but if anybody is interested in attending this, I think that would be a lot of fun. So I'm going to be speaking at it just from all the experiences I will have had by April 4th. And I think I told them it's more so going to be like coming of age, more of like getting into the points and miles game and then using that for some of these flights and from anywhere from economy. And then at that point, I will have done business class a few times. So I think it's going to be more of that, whereas some of the other folks talk about like the highest level of the game possible. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Shout out to Mike Newland again for the super chat and for actually pretty much getting me in to be a speaker at this event. I mean, that's pretty cool. So I'm going to have to prepare for that, and hopefully I do it justice. So again, salute you, Mike Newland. Much appreciated. And Mike Newland hates doing super cats for the record, but I don't know how to do the gift thing, unfortunately. So thank you, sir. Also, Vincent Pasquale, who's always always in the chats. Much appreciated, sir. That two spot also means a lot. And Vincent also does some really cool stuff behind the scenes, and he goes really in depth on certain things and knows a lot. So thank you, Vincent, as well. You're all you guys are absolutely amazing. So it means a lot. Green Zedin is in here. Showtime countdown clock is gone. Hell yeah, baby. Hell yeah. Like, thanks. Thank you. Vincent Anthony is bankrupt. My goodness. JC. Yo, Ant. What's going on, JC? How you liking that? How you liking those 2 Strata Elites? How you liking those? Memphis Mike. What's going on, Memphis Mike? Poppin' man. Chad's many minutes. Yo, what's going on, Chad? Chad's always killing it. Sean B, what's up, Anthony? What's going on, Sean? Sean, one of these days I'm gonna have to run into you. Actually, shout out to Eric Ostrander. Well, maybe I shouldn't have said the full name, but Eric, if you're if you watch this, randomly met up with this guy in Publix. We were just walking by and they say, "Oh, hey, Mr. Venture, how's it going?" I was like, "How do you know me?" They were like, "Oh, we watched the credit card channel." So I was like, "Wow, getting recognized in public is so crazy." But awesome guy. Hopefully he's here. We'll see. Kevin, do you have any credit limit increases on any card? Yeah, yeah. They the last time I did it was the Amex Hilton card, and I went up from like a 10 to a 20K limit. I guess I got auto increase on my ink cards. My ink cards, they like auto increase, and I gotta go down. Ian, there's such an uncanny thing. I don't know what it is with you, Ian, but whenever you're mentioning something, I can never remember that it was you who actually said the thing. So Ian was talking about the AVCON. He's gonna be there. Mike Nuland's gonna be there, and I'm gonna be speaking there somehow. We'll see if that changes. Maybe it'll be like, this guy is so small time, he's not gonna be able to speak at it. But um, so at this point, I am speaking at it, so that should be fun. So definitely shout out. That'd be cool. So I guess we'll meet Ian there too. That'd be good. Color, do you need a Barclays card to get into AVCon? So actually, it's very apropos. So the Barclays Aviator card, as you know, is going to be going away, I believe, as early as next month. So you definitely want to get this card, I would say, in the meantime. If obviously, if you're not caring about your 524, you're not doing all these things, want to get some A miles. I got this card for a 70K offer. Just know they have this public offer of 50,000 A miles. $0 entry annual fee for the first year. There is a 70K offer still roaming around. I actually don't know how to get to it. I just know it's in the Discord. Like it's not a plug for it, but join the Discord if you haven't already. Somebody has it in the main credit card chat. I actually forgot where it is, but I have to go get it again because I need my. I have to see if my wife wants to grab it. But just so you know, there is a 70K and this is going away next month. So, but no, that does not get you access to AVCon, unfortunately. It does not. I think only cash gets you in there. That's it. I think just cash. Noel Filamet's review. Yeah, definitely he's going to be there. I know he's big time as well. Cesar, what's going on, man? Mr. Antonio Ventura. Appreciate it. Better what kind of activities we'll be doing in Japan? So we will go into it. But as far as activities, I don't actually fully know yet. That's still a ways out, so I haven't looked up the tours and whatnot, but I do know a few of the things. So I think when we get to that, I think that'll be fun for sure. Memphis Mike. Mike deserves a free membership to every creator on YouTube. Oh, Mike is gifted probably over 1,000 memberships at this point. I mean, I think I saw him do like 200 for Dugraz once, or like 100 for John R. Like, I don't think it's controversial to say that Mike's probably sent out like 1,000 memberships, and he does it for a reason. He used to do super chats, and he does memberships because he found, and he doesn't want people to know this about him, but he's such a giving guy. Mike Nuland is that he does memberships so that people would find value in those creators who have memberships, and hopefully they stick around and then they continue paying those memberships to support those people. Super chats kind of come and go, and they're appreciated, but they are not everlasting like a membership would be, or like at least for a month. So that's why he does that. It's he's just like he's giving person, honestly, and deserves to be highlighted. Absolutely. JP Nellis, way to go, Anthony. Thanks, JP. You should be actually up there talking, or you or Michael Wong or Chad and Luke, all these guys, you should be up there talking about these types of flights. But I told them, like, I'm not, a crazy guy like this. I just, I'm just flying a couple things. We got Emirates business coming up, and then we got Lufthansa business. So that's interesting. ANA, Japan Airlines. So we'll see. We'll definitely see. Sebastian said, I'm playing Fortnite eating Wingstop. I could never ask for anything more. Congrats on AVCon, Jesse. Let us all know how it went. Thank you, Jesse. Absolutely. I'm going to see if I can record it. Maybe I do such a great speech I could upload it. We'll see. I don't know. I'm going to really make sure that it's worthwhile, though. Hit that support. Thank you, Cesar, man. Appreciate you. JP says, I had someone recognize me in Vietnam at first. I thought it was a mistake. Great guy. He made my day. How crazy, right? I had a guy recognize me in the gym and then Publix, and not at an airport lounge, which is like it should be. It absolutely should be. Like, it's insane. Well, starting at 0 point is going to be a pain for sure. JC, excited about your trip to Italy soon. Anthony, can't wait to hear about it. Make sure to visit Alantico Veneo sandwich chain. We didn't go in IT, but went to the Vegas location last weekend. Oh, God. Interesting. Okay, we'll have to look that up then. We'll have to look that up. Brooklyn. Oh, I know who that is. Old friend. Old friend. Preach, brother. Preach. Appreciate you. I won't say your name, but thank you for being here, man. Thank you. Absolutely. We got to do a meetup too. We got to do that. Calder Convert Mike is giving me memberships. Yeah, legit. What do I got here? Xavier. Oh my goodness gracious. Xavier with a 20 spot. Been a while, my friend. How are you, sir? Xavier, I owe you that thing. I'm gonna I won't say what it is, but I have to call them and I'm gonna make sure that they still can transfer tickets and whatnot because I just heard from my friend that he's not gonna take it. So I'm gonna call him and then or call them, see if they're still good, and then I'll send it over to you. Last time I checked, they did. Hopefully, they didn't change anything. From what I understand, the event's a little bit dying out, so I think they'll probably let it happen. So, just let you know. So, thank you, Xavier, for that. That's my repayment for the super chats over the years. Thank you, sir. Actually, absolutely. Much appreciated, Xavier, man. So good. And then even Xavier, like who, all these guys. This is the whole stream now, just thanking everybody in the community. It's like Xavier's the best. He's he's supported people like an insane amount over the past, honestly, like 2 years. It's been crazy. And another 10. Why do 10? You the man. No. No. Let me give you something first. Let me actually give you the ticket first, Thank you, Xavier, man. It means a lot. It means a lot. Can't wait to see you very, very soon. We'll be in the same wing in the Hilton Caribe in Puerto Rico. So we'll have a few of us. So we'll be in the same wing. We'll have a good time there. Absolutely. And not the other good time. You're not going to come in my hotel room or anything. Or maybe you will. I don't know. Maybe you want to see the room. Anywho. Anyway. Greet says, Lou Review. It's a segment where he reviews airplane restrooms. Really? I didn't know that. Noel Phil was a creator listed in the convention. So that'll be fun. So I actually I used to review bathrooms too back when I was in New York. So yeah, maybe I could ask him which one's the best, which has the best one. That'd be cool. Joe Mano says, excited for this live. So much card stuff to talk about. Absolutely. Absolutely. Ian says, I'm staying at the Thompson. Going to use it FNC. It's Cat 4 still. You're staying at the Thompson. Oh yeah, that's right. It recently got downgraded to a Cat 4, the Thompson in Atlanta. It's probably the best spot to go. I might do the same. I actually will do the same because I'm gonna get a free night very soon. I'll use it there. So actually, I'll see you there. That's a good property. I stayed there recently. What the? Oh my God, Mike, dude, what is going on? I can't even get in. I feel like Joe Barretto. I can't even get into anything. What the heck, Mike Nuland? Holy crap, we have a battle of the 1099s. Oh my God. Oh my goodness gracious. And not even a chat. I mean, how do you drop that much and then not even a word? He doesn't even have to speak a word. It's just it's Mike Nuland, who recently was called Mike New Zealand by another creator who might be in here. Mike, what am I supposed to say? Oh my God, Xavier says battle. That's not, no. Every time this, no, and it hasn't happened in a while. But the last time I was like, let's not do anything like this. But yes, JC is correct. Mike Newland is goated, and Xavier is goated. Okay, Xavier. Let's not, he's no slouch in this game. Let's not forget. Oh my God. Daniel Sparks called him Mike Newland. Oh my God, Mike New Zealand. Stop. You need to let me get into it. I have to, I have to be crazy for these things, but you have to let me continue on. What? Oh my God. What? Jesus Christ. What is happening? What the heck? Memphis, help me out. Oh my God. 200? What the heck is that? I think I hear myself out there. I think my wife's playing the TV. And I think I just heard screaming of me flipping out and falling back on my chair. Holy crap. Xavier, that's more than the ticket that I'm going to be giving you. That's not good. What am I supposed to say to that? Touche. No more. No, Mike, do not. Mike, dude, that's oh my. What is going on here? Everything's falling apart. I'm losing control. It's too early. It's only 14 minutes in, man. 200. Xavier, you have kids. I know you're you know, I know you went to the most expensive state in the country, and you have kids, and you know, you got a lot going on, man. You can't be doing this. No, listen, it's at some point it's irresponsible, right? It's at some point, you know, Anthony Venture is just a degenerate, you know, on the internet. Occasionally we'll drop a cool timeshare little thing and you can get some points, but that's insane. That's insane. I wish I had like an Xavier dance, you know, a dance for when Xavier and Mike Nuland come in. I mean, what the hell? And again, this is what I talked about earlier. Forget it. We won't even talk about anything else. We'll just talk about everyone else in the community. Xavier, Mike Newland, Pasquale, JC, all these guys. These are all guys who have been around for a while and have done this for all the people in the community. And it's I don't even know what I can possibly say. I think a lot of people have said a lot of good things. You know, Joe is always very appreciative. Everybody's very appreciative. But if only you knew, like off camera, how often people talked about like just how awesome these people are. And of course, that you know, it's like it's going above and beyond whatever anyone would ever think is possible. Like, you know, growing up watching people, I never really, you know, I donated like a couple times to things, but never too much. Like, it's insane. And it's sincerely just appreciated, and especially doing these lives, you know, it's like it's I don't know, most motivating thing in the world. And yeah, I think I speak for everyone when I say it's like and I hate to, like, you know, just continue rapping on about it, but I think it's that important, you know. So sorry for people here for Italy and Japan right now, but I just gotta say, you're all getting free drinks at the Caribe. That's everybody's getting a free drink. In fact, maybe you guys can help me make a decision if we can wrap this all together. I think Joe made a right decision recently where he went and got the Hilton Aspire card, because you know we're all going to be going to Puerto Rico soon. We got the Caribe Hilton coming up, and it's a good property, and it's a resort property, which means that we can use this $400, well, technically $200 if you get it today, resort credit at that Hilton Caribe, which is a great property. It's a giant one. I was just talking to Cesar Joel on the phone the other day, and he really sold it to me where it's like, you know, if you're going to be staying at a resort like the Caribe, you know, get the Hilton Aspire. That's an immediate, easy to use $200 credit. You're definitely having a meal there, a couple meals there. You know, why not do that? And then you're knocking down that annual fee, get that free night. I got to book an AA flight there in cash. I mean, at least get 50 back with that. I'm like, maybe this makes a lot of sense. San Juan has a Clear there. I don't have Clear anymore, so maybe that's worth it. So I don't know. Maybe you guys can help me make my decision. Should we get the Aspire? Should we apply live? No, I'm not gonna apply live. Last time I did that, I did leak something just like Joe, but I was a little more covert about it. I didn't even acknowledge it. But yeah, what can I say? Mike with the member. I didn't even know I had members that long. 40 spot. The other 40 spot. Xavier with the 20. Then a 10 randomly. Like, why? And then a 200. Like, that's insane. That's insanity. You make me go insane. Xavier, I'll make sure to get that ticket's used immediately. And Mike, honestly, we got to send you another shirt. That's what we got to do. We got to make it right. Let me get to the rest. JC, have an Aperol Spritz or gelato on me. Pro tip: this is paid for me by the Citi Strata Elite City Night 6X on DoorDash. What? No freaking way. So, okay, that's pretty funny. I want my hair to look even crazier, though. Let's go even crazier, because now the stream's already that crazy. So we'll do somebody named Fun likes to make fun of my hair. He calls it like the tsunami, or like he needs a surfboard. So let's do stupid Johnny Bravo hair here. Okay, that's worth it. Okay, so has the Citi Strata Elite, and you know what? Let's put it all together. We're gonna have a fun night tonight. If that's not already a precursor, we're gonna have some fun. We'll be on here for a while, and we're gonna put some game on here. So Citi Strata Elite. Now this is insane. I didn't even know this is a thing. So JC's got a Citi Strata Elite. It's got two of them. He's talking about he's earning 6x back because it is Friday night. In fact, we should just go live every Friday night and we'll call it Venture City Nights or something like that, because then everyone could go out into their favorite restaurant and get 6x back on all dining spend. However, what this man is saying is that he was able to buy a DoorDash gift card, get 6x back, but for Google Play. It's a little confusing to me because I didn't even know that was a thing. But apparently, you're able to get a Google Play gift card via DoorDash, earn 6x back, which means that super chat that you paid with Google Play is you earn 6x back on it. So you earn 60 points technically with this, if you're talking about dollar amount. That's pretty crazy. And that's if you're somebody like Xavier or Mike Nuland, like Xavier, you could have earned 1,200 points, and that could have been 1,200 AA miles, or Mike Nuland could have been 80, 90, times 6, 400 something AA miles. Like, that's pretty amazing. So that's pretty crazy, actually. Wow. Okay, so that's an interesting game right there. I wonder, DoorDash gift card for Google Play. I guess I could technically pay for like YouTube Premium subscription with that, huh? Wow. I mean, that's pretty crazy, actually. Damn. But so let me ask then, who else is getting who's going out right now? Is anybody going out on the town for the 6x for City Nights? Like, what are we doing? Are we playing this game, or are we not playing this game? Maybe we'll stream to 6 a.m. We'll do a full city 12 hours. So thank you, JC. That's extremely nice as well. Extremely nice. Much appreciated, sir. Texas Dog 2. Here's my pitiful. It's not pitiful. Listen, $2, man. That's a lot. For me, Jesus. For me, $2 is a lot of money. That's electricity in the Tesla to get my wife to work. I mean, that's going to a real estate deal. That's money. So it's never. And Texas Dog is always around, man. He's Joe Barretto loves him. Absolutely. So thank you, Texas, for that too. That's nothing. That's that's not nothing. That's not nothing. That's insane. That anyone even do anything. Daniel Sparks also. This is a very important comment. 2 spots from Daniel Sparks. Thank you, man. Another fellow creator. Go check him out. I'm currently venturing my Anthony while watching. Oh my goodness gracious. What is going on here? What is going on? Xavier says, yeah, you're right. I think you mean you could have earned so much more on that. Points with Phil. What's going on? I'm sure you'll even mention it alive. What are we talking about? Now what are we talking about? I'm sure you'll even mention it in alive. Are you talking about the Points of Philip impression? Is that what you're saying? That Daniel did perfectly? Oh my goodness. Well, thank you, Philip, too, for the 5 spots. Thank you, man. Much appreciated. All right, let's get the hair back on track. Let's try to. I don't know how we could have a normal night now. That's insane. This is insanity. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, folks, we're here to talk about some crazy redemptions. All right, this is what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about maybe not. We're here to talk about that. Let me see what else we're talking here. Oh, Xavier said, "I love a challenge, Mike. If you beat me, you win. I submit." Yeah, it's over. Holy crap! Oh my God, Xavier went ham. Good Lord. Well, it's over. This live is a super chat time. Yeah. Oh my goodness gracious. I remember I had a comment once. They were like, "Anthony, stop giggling all the time." I was like, what do you want from me? I'm just like so insanely surprised at the generosity. Like, what the heck? How could I be so blessed? How could I be so blessed? And no, I'm not going to get YouTube Premium. Why would I get YouTube Premium? I could sit through the ads, man. I don't mind the ads. I really don't. All right. My time is not worth the $10 a month. Okay. Oh wait, my time is worth the $10 a month. My time is worth less than the $10 a month. So it makes sense for me to watch the ads. I'm just like, man, $10 a month. That's like a Hilton Surpass annual fee, man. I might as well get a no lifetime language Hilton Surpass card, right? And just and then just don't get YouTube Premium, man. That's good money. Oh, Vince, I think I missed that whip. Whip! Sorry, wrong channel. Actually, you know what? Just for that, imagine I got up and I had no pants on. Anyway, here, we'll grab this. just in honor of Joe and in honor of Xavier, who Xavier loves Joe. We all love Xavier. We'll put on the Joe Barretto wig. Didn't think I would bring it out, baby, but we did it. We did it. So Vincent Pasquale, mi, mi gente. God, if he was here right now. Oh my God. We have to do a Joe Barretto impression. What could we say? Vincent Pasquale in la casa. Yeah, and then he'll say, "My wife's asleep right now. She's gonna kill me." So we wear this for a little bit. Then we'll leave it for now. And Falcon, we reset the timer. We'll have this wig on for maybe the remainder of this stream, to be honest, because this is too wacky. 100,000 X less than Xavier. 2 spot no volcano. Thank you, Falcon, man. That also means a lot. That's everything is freaking generous, man. It's too much. Oh, Brooklyn, that's right. Yeah, you do. Yeah, Mister. Oh yeah, you gotta watch my guy. Call you Jay. You gotta watch my guy. He's all straight Boricua, um, as you know. Daniel 2 spot. Can you crawl on all fours for Evan Rust? What? Okay, I didn't. I actually don't know what that is, but I can imagine what that is. I think it's a football thing, right? I don't know. Oh my God. Oh my God, I can't. This is too funny. Can you crawl on all fours? Oh my God. Vincent said, thank you, Daniel. I saw a used red Tesla at a deal yesterday, and there was a cookie, a frog on the sticker in the window. Joe would be proud. He absolutely would. Oh my goodness. Charvicio, 2 spot. Thank you, Charvicio. I'm not familiar with you, Charvicio. Introduce yourself. We want to know who you are. Maybe you've been around, but I don't have you. I don't know. I want to get your lore. I want to get your history. But thank you. That's a good little picture there too, like the samurai or something. Thank you for that 2 spot, man. That also means a lot. And the fact that there's still 61 people here just watching me crash out over the insanity of this entire stream is insane. It's actually insane, and it means the world. How did you have a wig handily right? Man, you don't know what Jay doesn't know. He's not familiar, man. He doesn't know we got the Raccoon's Lodge wig in case we need it. And he also doesn't know that we have the cowboy hat just in case we need it, which maybe we'll wear that as well. And he's also not familiar with the Shades game. He's not with. Oh my goodness. Nuland! What are you doing, man? I tried to put this away. That's insane. Oh my God. What are we doing? What are we doing here? This is not anything. This is not anything I expected. Obviously, this is not anything I expect, especially late night. Like the 9 p.m. could be hit or miss. It could be absolutely hit or miss, and got me acting like a fool out here. Where's my hat go? I think I just heard my wife laugh outside. I think she's watching. I mean, this is ridiculous. I mean, what is this? Seriously? What do you have me doing? Cowboy hat. Come on. Xavier's. I think that's the bowing down of. Listen, everyone's a winner. It's there's no competition. Listen, the only winner here, really, honestly, the only winner is me. I mean, I don't know how you got, it's too much. I'm so forever freaking grateful for everybody in this space. It's too bad I'm not still in the car and I could play a whole little song and dance with the light show. I'm like, how do I like recoup? I may have like a disco ball right over there, but it's not really functional. This is a super chat battle. No, it's not. Like YouTube Premium or bust. You forcing me to get premium, man. I don't want to go premium. Please don't make me go premium. I don't even know how. I mean, do I have to just like? I mean, do I just do it on YouTube? I know I get it. I know I get the chart, but I don't even see it. I don't even see purchases and memberships. Maybe that's where it is. Are you really telling me that I have to? I have to go premium and that's it, or we're refunding everything. I mean, that's amazing, freaking Mike and Xavier and everybody. That's freaking insane. Daniel, I'm making you laugh and giggle. Thanks, man. Title. I mean, for real. Background balloon. I mean, this is what that's what I wanted to talk about. Apparently, nobody really cares, and they just want to see me go insane with all of my props and all these different things. And text, yeah, I mean, legit. Doug Roz is about to go live in about 12 hours from now. In fact, he's in the chat, isn't he? Didn't I see it real quick as I was scrolling through? Where's Doug Roz? Where's Doug Roz? Hello? There he is. Stu Roz, City Nights. Have you ever heard those City Nights? always with the show tunes, Stu Roz. Yeah, he's going to be live in about 12 hours from now. So we got to save some money for that. So Doug Roz is, yeah, he's the man. He's the man as well. So, all right. OJ, you want to do the video? Debt specialist for financial guru. Man, look, I think I can get you. He never wanted to do a video with me, but maybe we'll do it. Make it a karaoke chat. Yeah, what can we sing? Can we maybe we could sing something. So what more can I say? I mean, just like endlessly much appreciated, and I can't wait to see you guys in Puerto Rico. That's all I'll say. Maybe we'll get the Aspire, and the $200 will serve us well. Maybe we'll do something like that. Just got here, was on my buddy Whiskey's 2 stream. What's up, Anthony? What's going on, Boxer? Breaking Bet. Yeah, we'll do Breaking. Yeah, that's perfect. I was thinking a little bit of Juicy by Biggie Smalls. I think that would be actually a good time too. Absolutely. Texas Dog just got my second ad. Damn. Oh my god. All right. I think we've cooled down now. Let me make sure I got everybody. I think we got. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Holy crap. I can't. All right. You got the black shirt, so you're already rocking the Johnny Bravo look. Oh my goodness gracious. All right. I think, when is AVCON? All right. So I'll mention again. So I'm going to be speaking at AVCON. They let me do it. I don't know how they let me do it. It's going to be April 4th, 2026 at the Delta Flight Museum in Atlanta. It's $40 per ticket. It's just this one day, I believe. And there's going to be a bunch of these creators you may or may not know. I know people know Jeb Brooks. Noah Phillips is huge. These guys. So my face might be right here as a speaker as well. We'll see. Unless they change their minds, but I will be there. I'm going to have a table. They say I can do a meet and greet, so that'll be cool. So for anybody who wants to come, that'll be cool. Easy drive for me, so I'll be there. And I think it'll be a good time. You too, Jay. Appreciate you, man. Dem, the 70K Aviator, I can't find it either online, but somebody in the Discord had a link. It might be on a Reddit somewhere, but I forget where that actual link is, but it is in the Discord. And it is active last time I checked, for that 70K Aviator. My wife said, say hello, you are famous now. Oh my goodness. Thank you guys. Anthony Venture with the super chat gains, baby. That's why Memphis Mike, your new full-time employee. Yeah, maybe we don't have to do real estate anymore. I mean, we have a closing literally in a week. Maybe I'll just say I won't show up. Maybe that's what I'll say. Say I won't show up to closing anymore. I can't do it. Sorry. I'll be live, K-pop Demon Hunters, how's your Korean? We could just do like 안녕하세요. No, I think that's it actually. I have for Korean. I usually got a couple words in any language, but I think that's all I got for that. But Demon Hunters, I heard, was like top of the charts. My friend CJ points, CJ in the chat. He or not in the chat, but in YouTube. He said that's like top of the charts or something. Japan. All right, yeah, we'll do it. All right, okay, all right. So we calm down now. All right, we're calm. Cool. April 4th, you're staying at the Kimpton. Nice. I might say the Thompson with Ian. We'll see. All right. So, as per, thank you all again. Really, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. So, what we talked about from the stream is, wow, I can see much clearer now. So this was titled Italy plus Japan booked. Now I'm all out of credit card points again. And oh my God, all right, let me, Joe, rewind a few minutes. You have no idea what just went on. You have no idea what the hell happened, Joe. This was absolutely insane. it's great. Oh, JP said I asked the Japan question above. All right, let me see. All right, we'll segue. We'll segue. Thank you, JP, keeping me on track here. JP, we gotta do live one of these days again. I want to hear all the crazy stuff you've done recently. Where's JP's question? Oh my god. You guys have gotten me in such an insane state. I was ready to just hit it hard, be like, all right, here's what we're doing, guys. Here's the deal. JP, I don't actually see it. If you wouldn't mind, because I actually don't see it right now, would you be able to copy and paste it and just send it again? I would highly appreciate it if you can. I don't see it. Because JP Knowledge is the man about Japan. You know, he is the man with Japan. I think he's there like at least once a month. Yeah, I don't see it right now. I think I did see it earlier, but oh, there we go. I found. You don't have to copy and paste. All right. So JP said, ANA first or ANA business? JAL first or JAL business? The new products or the older products? Tell us about your top-notch award. But I don't know about top-notch, but okay, so so I will say, so for Japan, I had to be fairly strategic with it. From what I understood from talking to Michael Wong and all these folks and watching some videos. So ANA, so both of them are going to be business class. JAL is not booked yet because I am waiting out for the T14, so 2 weeks out prior to booking. So this is going to be next April during Cherry Blossom. So I'm going to be waiting probably about a month out so that JAL starts having some award availability. And one of two things is going to happen. Either because there's none right now for this distance out, but I have accumulated now all of the miles associated to do JL business, not only actually just one ways, but I actually have enough. Once my wife hits her welcome offer on her city, which we'll talk about, her city AA, we'll have enough for 2 round trip tickets in business class. And I think that's one scenario that's kind of likely to play out. I think we'll probably wait till a month out once the availability opens up, like T14, maybe, a little bit extra, T21. We will be able to book either the 4 tickets, round trip to Narita and back from ORD, or it's going to be ANA business there and then JAL back. I do have an ANA business booked, 75K points with Aeroplan. And I booked it under my wife, so that's why I guaranteed her a business class ticket. Of course, with ANA, when you're trying to find ANA business class, especially the room, which is what I thought I had booked until I looked at the seat configuration, and it's actually the old product. So it's not the room, it's not the new product. And I actually booked 2 ANA business class tickets, mind you. I booked 2 of them. Both of them ended up being the old product. And I even went by the flight code. I went by the N11. Like, it was everything to the T, and it still was unlucky, and I ended up with the old product. And so I have 1 ticket booked. I'm going to wait until a little bit closer out, or if I can get some points into Amex and then transfer over to ANA to book another one way, I think that'll be cool. And if I could just get another business class for me, then okay, cool. We'll just fly from ORD straight out to Japan, and then we'll be good. And then I'll do JL home. Even if I could find premium economy for myself, let my wife be in business, that's cool too. So I think I'm okay with that. So right now we have that as a dead set date on the ANA business there. With the caveat is, if I can't find some sort of premium or business for myself, then I will switch them all to JAL business. So I'm making sure I have enough points or miles to do all of that. But old product on that, if that's going to happen. JAL will be business. So that is not booked yet. So I don't know which product it will be on. I'm also hoping, because I know they are, from what I understand, I think Michael Wong was telling me about introducing more of the new products into the fleet. And so if we can get a little bit closer, and God willing, there's no devaluations at AA because of Citi between now and then, and hopefully AA is, JAL is still releasing award availability 2 weeks out. At that time, it's been consistent over the past 5 months, and I'm looking at it. I'm like, every 2 weeks I'm looking. I'm like, okay, more availability. Cool. Barring all that, then we'll be fine. There'll be availability, and then we'll book all that. And hopefully it is the new product. If it's not, I'm not too worried about it, to be honest. So that's for Japan. So Japan, like I said, ANA business, gonna try to get a premium economy or business for myself. My wife's got business guaranteed, and then JAL back, or JAL, or for all 4 tickets. Yeah, great. With all those caveats. So that'll be fun. For Italy, I have a Delta flight to JFK. So that's my positioning flight. It's just Comfort Plus. It was like the last remaining Delta miles that I had. It'll be an easy 2-hour flight. And then from JFK, we're going to be doing Emirates on the A380 with the bar lounge, 2 business class for me and wife, to Milan. And then from Milan, we're going to be going straight to Lake Como, down to Lake Garda, then down to Florence, and then down to Rome. After about 2 weeks of this excursion, then we'll be flying home from Rome to Atlanta. I did originally actually have an economy Air France flight booked from honestly, like 6+ months ago. And I thought it would be fine until I went to Greece recently and I did economy both ways. And I was like, man, that was like 8 or 9 hours and that was kind of rough. So I ended up simultaneously like wasting a lot of points, but I think doing a better thing for me and her, especially since this is technically our honeymoon trip, finally able to go on a honeymoon. And this is what we're considering it as. And so I switched it from Air France economy, which would have had a layover in Charles de Gaulle and all that. I just didn't want to deal with it. It's also in really early flight. I ended up canceling that, getting a refund, and actually the refund ended up paying for all the taxes and fees and then some on Lufthansa business class, which I understand is not the most amazing business class ever. And I am very close to that flight, so availability was very weak. But I figured Lufthansa business, I looked it up. Obviously, I think people will rank it much lower in the world of business class, but way better than the economy Air France, 100%. So I'm really excited for that. I think that's going to be an amazing trip, and it'll make there is a layover in Frankfurt and then straight to Atlanta. Be like, I think it's like an 11-hour, or is it like, no, it's 10-hour flight, and it'll be business, so that'll be fun. So I think that'll be a lot of fun, and then other flights. I guess Puerto Rico is just. Yeah, I think I'm going to pay cash for that, actually. I think it's just going to be American Airlines economy, nothing crazy. It's a few-hour flight. I'm not too worried about it. So we'll go into that in a second. We'll also talk about the hotels. Does this hurt my credibility if I have this hat on? Does this hat make me look funny? Joe, I heard. Thank you, Joe. I appreciate you being here, man. 5 spot. Thank you, sir. Joe, I gave him, I crowned him as the king of the lives now. Most consistent, most fun. Joe's the best. Joe's the best at this game. JP, I'm happy to see you getting paid. You deserve it. Thank you, JP, man. Everybody go subscribe to JP. JP deserves the world. He does too much. He does way too much. As Luke said on the live stream the other day with Joe, he said JP's probably on the moon. JP is the first person to ever find a redemption to go to the moon. Isn't that crazy? He was like, I got just enough points to give me a SpaceX rocket out there. So JP's killing it. Jay, peace out, man. Thank you for being here. Ms. Potato, what's going on, Potato Man? Mike Nuland, T14 is like clockwork all day, all day. I'm just hoping that nothing changes between now and April. If it does, we're all good. If it does, we're going to be killing it. Absolutely. That's going to be so sick. JP is going to be. Did I just miss that? JP's going back to Japan soon. See, he's there every month. I mean, you would think he has like business out there. It's like, JP. When I met him, I was like, maybe he's going to Japan so much. I'm like, maybe he does like secret business with the Yakuza or something. I was like, he probably speaks Japanese, and well, he's got like a double life or something. You never know. You never know. JP's he's pretty legit. He's a cool guy. And JP, definitely going to be fun to see you in Puerto Rico. I believe. I don't know if I actually asked you, but yeah, if you're going there, that'll be cool. Cool to see you. Still owe you a drink, man. You still never let me get you a drink from the Vegas meetup. The look is just amazing. Absolutely. All right, cool. All right, DFW, JFK and LAX on JL 8350, sick. Yeah, Mike Nuland just went to Japan recently, and he had a really good time like that with JAL. Absolutely. But I heard Lake Como is awesome. Yeah, so man, so many people have talked about Lake Como, and I definitely have talked about it a lot on streams. Videos. And so I guess in the way of hotels that I've booked, I don't even think I really have to mention. I feel like I've said it so much at this point, but we'll go down the list of all the hotels. So at least for Italy, like I said, landing in Milan, taking the trains, going straight to Lake Como. Cool. First day, we're landing and we're going to the Hilton Lake Como here. This is technically going to be, when we land, our anniversary. And so I figured this would be a great spot to easily get to by train, because it's like a 5-minute drive away from the train. Chad actually helped me with that little itinerary there. And then they have this rooftop restaurant here overlooking the entire lake. I figured that would be a great spot to do dinner with my wife, anniversary day. I mean, I think that'll be perfect. So you don't have to think about much, just land, do the long flight straight there, have a good time. I think by the time we get there, it'll be like 3 p.m. So it'll give us plenty of time to get in the room. Nothing, no crazy room. It's about 90,000 points to book. So I just booked it real easy one night. And so yeah, we'll have a good time here. Try to get late checkout, which we should. And that's why I'm also thinking, is it worth getting the Aspire now for Puerto Rico and getting it now to get that diamond status before Italy? Got gold. Don't know how much of a difference it'll make, but I'm wondering if for this entire Italy trip, should I go gold? I mean, gold diamond with the Hilton Aspire. I don't know if it's going to make the biggest difference, but yeah. So that's the first hotel. Then we're going to arrange a car, come and get us, or we'll figure out if there's an easier transport. Go into the view, Lugano. It's on the Switzerland side. Joe Bretto was on the phone with me the other day, and he said he loved it. He absolutely loved Lugano. He's been there a few times. And from what I read, and all the people that have been there, they love it too. So I'm excited to go here. This is the place that has the complimentary car. I hope it's automatic, and I'm just going to use that to drive all around Como. So I think that's going to be cool. So those are the two hotels. I used 130,000 points in a free night here, and then 90,000 points with the Lake Como. So just those three is the three starting on the trip. The three hotels starting on the trip is like 210,000 and a free night certificate. Like this is, I went a little bit too hard on most of these hotels, more than I should have, but I think it'll be worth it. I think it'll be worth it. And then we'll go down the line a little bit. Thank you for the kind words. All because of you. Joe, you're the best. Phil Como is was epic, absolutely. Chad says, "Oh wow." Chad says Lufthansa business class is top tier. Who told you it wasn't great? The service is unforgettable, and the 787 product is actually better than the 7. I don't know. I mean, I looked online, and everyone was like, "Oh, it's disappointing. Oh, it's depressing." And then some people were like, it's better than nothing." So that's really okay. That's really reassuring to hear. Then that's good to know. I mean, I looked at it and I was like, it looks fine. Like it doesn't look like obviously it doesn't look like Emirates, but it looks fine to me. So that's really good to hear. Thanks, Chad. That actually that is good to hear. Good to know the service. So that's sick. And that okay. So I didn't even talk about the points there. So the Emirates flight was 87,000 per. So it was it was like 100. It was like about 175,000. Emirates miles, which I transferred from Chase. And actually, not shout out, but more of a PSA. Chase is actually removing Emirates as a transfer partner, literally, I believe, as early as next month. So if you have any Chase points like I did, and if you're really looking to do like a bucket list Emirates business class redemption, if that pops up, you only have Chase points like me, maybe that was the time. Maybe that was the time before Chase disallows you to transfer them all together. So definitely something to know nonetheless. So I ended up having, you guys know I went really hard with ink cards last year. I ended up getting a total of like 600,000 Chase points, 400 of which I ended up transferring to Hyatt for all my stays, not only in Italy but Japan. And then the remaining like 100, I think I had like 300k remaining. 70 was on a hotel in Italy. I used in the portal. It was like a little boutique place. And then 170k I did for Emirates business. And then okay, so what I did with the Lufthansa, which was interesting, something to note. So a lot of people talk about these higher end transfer partners. So like a lot of people talk about American Airlines nowadays with Citi. Alaska. We also talk about Air Canada a lot. I've actually transferred about 175k to Air Canada as well. And so what I ended up doing was, I mentioned earlier that with Japan, I actually booked 2 business class tickets on ANA. I actually had one going and one coming just to have something on the map. But the one coming ended up being too soon because I booked that one first. It was a logistical thing, but I knew that I was actually going to cancel that one. And so I guess one thing to know with Air Canada is it is very easy to change your flight. Like before I got into the game, I didn't realize how easy it was to like actually just literally change one flight to another. So like for an example, it was 75,000 Air Canada miles, which again I think I transferred from Chase points over to Air Canada. There's 75,000 miles to book ANA business class for one person one way. And so I had that on the map, cool. But now with this Italy trip, I was like, wait. I think I want to fly business class home instead of Air France. And so what I did was I actually just converted the ANA business class. There's a little option in Air Canada that says like change the flight, and I literally just shifted it to the Lufthansa from Rome to Atlanta, and they gave me a refund of the 5,000 points because it was only 70,000 per ticket for the one way Lufthansa. And then I ended up transferring, yeah, like I think I had like 20,000. No, I think I had like, yeah. Oh, that's right. I had 5,000 left over from that flight, and I transferred 65,000 Capital One miles to Air Canada. Wham bam, booked the second ticket, and then have two one ways on Lufthansa business back home. And so I guess one thing I wanted to mention is, yeah, Air Canada, people have talked about it as well, but Air Canada, they're a great program. I could always find some great flights like these Star Alliance flights, but yeah, the cancellation fees on some of these, even for business class, like they could be pretty high. Like I think I paid $150 cancellation fee on them, and typically it's like a 24-hour policy. So like, if you book and then within 24 hours you cancel, okay, cool, you're fine. But after that, yeah, it could be hundreds and hundreds of dollars for most classes. But like other airlines like Alaska or American Airlines, they're pretty forgiving with changing or refunds and not really having any cancellation fees in most cases. So I actually really preferred that. I like their system, but of course, One World versus Star Alliance is a whole thing there. But a lot of fun, a lot of fun. So a roundabout way of saying that's how I booked the Lufthansa. It was 140,000 business class one way. Emirates was 175 one way. Is a lot of points, yes, but I think it'll be worth it. I think the business class will be worth it, and I am trying to do some more different content going forward. I think I want to start doing some ones like if I could do these crazy, insane 5-star hotels or 5-star flights. I think those could be really interesting, and that would be cool to showcase in those types of videos. So that'll be fun. Absolutely. So thank you, Chad. Good to know. Miss Potato says, can't wait for the Park Hyatt Moon video. JP's got to be the one to do it. Absolutely. Let's go. Park Hyatt on the moon. Who's going to put a Park Hyatt on the moon? That'll be the first Cat 9. Oh, Yuri just said if there's a Hyatt on the moon, JP will find her. Absolutely. Yo, JP, you're solidified. You're the Park Hyatt man. Let's go. Super Sal, did you apply for the Rakuten card? No. It won't be worth it for me. I think it's an interesting card for these Rakuten folks like Daniel, Mike Nuland, what have you. But yeah, the Rakuten card's cool, but the extra 4X, not too interested, just because I'd rather not get the additional inquiries that might slightly hurt my ability to get some of these other cards from these other issuers, like Bank of America or even I'm done with Barclays now, but some of these. And if I can preserve a little 524, I will. I don't really care, but if I won't, it's still a teetering balance of like what's worth it. And for me, Rakuten's not, at least for me personally, which is how much I'm spending on Rakuten stuff. I'm just not. It's like tours and that's it. So maybe like I would get an extra maybe per year 10,000 points, and that's not worth the slot for me, I would say. LG, hey bro, been loving my VentureX after getting in July, but not so much for my SAP. Oh, Sapphire Preferred. Any suggestion on a card to pair with the CSP? It's my only chase card. Thanks. So Carolina. Oh my goodness. Let's go. What's going on, LG? So interesting. So, I mean, what's your goal here? Because you've been loving your Venture X after getting in July, but not so much. But you don't really love your Sapphire Preferred, so you're trying to find a card to pair with the Sapphire Preferred, so you care about it a little bit more. But I mean, what's your goal? Are you just trying to go all in on Capital One? Like, do you have majority of your miles with them? I mean, one thing I don't like, especially if you're, I don't know, still accumulating cards, is like, I don't know. I think splitting your attention. I think there's a whole debate out there, but I feel like if I really look back at what I did right in the game, at least from my own opinion, I think it was going in on some ecosystems, going all in on some ecosystems for like a year. Like last year was all chase. I did nothing but like accumulate chase points until the tail end. And I love that. And I got so many points, and I used that for everything. Everything I'm talking about today was all those chase points. There were years where I did Amex back in 2020. It was all Amex. I did a little Capital One here and there, but there was some years I did all Hilton, and and that's, that's all very valuable. So I'm like, I mean, if you have no chase points already, the most I'm going to tell you is get an Ink Unlimited. or a Freedom Unlimited, get that 1.5x, and then just get that welcome offer of, if it's an Ink Unlimited, get 70,000 to 90,000 points. Use that for some great trips, or you could do a Freedom Unlimited, what have you. Cool, but yeah, as far as I'm concerned, it's like what can give you the most amount of points? Probably an Ink Unlimited. Outside of that, if you already have majority of your stake at the Venture X, I mean, keep using that as your catch-all, honestly, 2x, and then just for whatever redemptions you might have coming up next, start getting cards that allow you to book those trips. If you know the area that you're trying to go as a destination has a lot of Hiltons, maybe you got to pick up some Hiltons. I think you're gonna do far better with that, unless you're just trying to get like a core setup down. Then yeah, I would just say a simple 1.5. If you're trying to pair it with a chase card, why not? Like I use my CSP for everything. Like literally, if I had a combo, yeah, it's my Ink Unlimited and my CSP. CSP, when I don't have a welcome offer, is literally all Publix spends. I use Chad's trick of the online grocery in store for Publix, get 3x back at online grocery. Dining out obviously is covered. I really don't have any other expenses. Everything else would fall under the 1.5x unlimited. So yeah, absolutely, that's all I would do. Ian, Lufthansa service is some of the best. Overcomes any of their older product. Good to know. Oh, I'm so excited now. God, that's gonna be amazing. I can't wait. That's gonna be great. Supercell, did you use the Gondola app for any hotel bookings? Yes. So I did actually recently, literally last week at this time, I went to Hilton Head Island again. Wife wanted to do a little bit of a beach trip. We went there, had a good time. I used Gondola to book it, since it was a cash booking, and it was so seamless. It was like insanely seamless. Actually, I'm going to shout this out right now because this is actually good to know for everybody. So they actually reached out to me and they told me like the video I did with them, it was great. There's a lot of people booking. A lot of people love the service. I actually can see on the back end certain people who are booking. Like I can actually see some of the things that people are booking. I'm like, that's pretty freaking awesome. Not the actual like stays and stuff, but I can see like dollar amounts of, because there's like an affiliate commission on there. So technically there's an affiliate commission, but I did a video with Gondola and they were like, apparently in the month of August, there's some bonuses. I think if you sign up, I think I have a link in the description, but I think if you sign up for Gondola, I think you might get $100. Like if you book something with it, you'll get $100 to use in Gondola cash. Just know though, because I didn't know this when I first did that video until I went to book something, the only way you can use the Gondola cash that you would earn is if you have enough cash to cover the stay. So if you get that $100, you can't put it towards a $300 stay. You can only use it towards like $100 or less stay. So theoretically, if you can refer your wife or friends or whatever, you can get $100 or $50, whatever it is, $50 or $100 each time. Then cool, you can build up that stash and then you can use that. But just know that was the biggest caveat, and that's like the thing that hurt them the most. I actually emailed the CEO, the co-founder that I talked to, and I told him, I was like, man, this sucks. And he was like, there's nothing we could do on the back end. It's like it doesn't allow us to actually like put it towards a credit because it has to be, I don't know, they do a direct booking and there's no way to do it. So that's the big caveat. But yeah, I mean, Gondola is pretty cool. I wanted to try it myself, so I literally used it on the stay in Hilton Head. Like I won't click on it because it'll leak my information, but you can click on this. It'll show you how much cash back you would earn from whatever card you're using. It will tell you how much in Gondola cash back. I think every hotel that you book on here, if you pay cash, you'll get like 3% back. And then you can see the rewards you get. And then, so basically the way it works is, you can see down here, it'll show you like, 0.53 cents per point with these Marriott points or 0.34 with your Hilton points. You can pretty much search by the highest end cent per point, like Hyatt Regency Cape Town in South Africa, 5.9 cents per point with the amount of points needed for this particular hotel. And so it's such an easy way to search for really nice hotels all around the world and like search by program and then cent per point. I think it's pretty cool. But it's actually a direct booking. So you know how like Seats.Aero will show you a redemption. You're like, okay, now go book it yourself. No, you can click on this and book the hotel, and it goes direct through the app because it's connected to your email. That's connected to the program itself. So like when I booked my Hilton stay in Hilton Head, immediately, like 1 second, it showed up in my Hilton app, and I never had to consult with Gondola ever again. I got some money on my end because I paid cash. I got some Gondola cash back. and the hotel still was Hilton Gold status. There was literally no difference from booking. So I'm like, if you're going to book a cash stay, you might as well go through Gondola, because you at least get 3% Gondola cash. You still get the same credit card rewards. You still get your status benefits. You still get the points per night at the, your base points per night, like 10, or like if you pay with your Hilton Aspire, 34 points per dollar spent. So yeah, it's Gondola. I did it recently, and it was so seamless. There was no issue whatsoever. And I just realized I didn't show the screen. This is Gondola, cent per point. Okay, you guys can see Cape Town, 6 cents per point right here. Amateur move by me, but yeah, this is Gondola. Book the hotel straight through there. I'll just show you. Basically, it's B-roll now. I'll just talk over showing you this, but yeah, that's what I did. I clicked on here, right through. You get everything. Gondola is legit. I like it. I like it a lot. I actually think they'll probably be the best booking platform long term. I think they'll probably beat everyone else. It's just so, like, the UI is too good, and it's perfect for the points and miles folks. Like, even if you just don't book anything on here and you just have, like, because it's all free, there's like no paid accounts on here, but like, even if you just didn't use it, you'd be like, oh, 6 per, you could just like filter your good redemptions through here, does the math for you, and then go and book it on your end. So yeah, all right. I can't believe I didn't show the screen. Unbelievable. Hilton Aspire, absolutely, Caesar, absolutely. Lugano is just beautiful. Yeah, man, absolutely, can't wait. Don't forget to get the tiramisu on the ground floor restaurant before you leave Hilton Lake Como, and get the Aspire. It made a hell of a difference with the room. Really, man, you're really making me think, man. Maybe I really got to get this Aspire for this trip. It would be good, because I'm not running out, but I'm finding less cards that I'm trying to apply for right now. Like, there's less cards that I'm trying to apply for, and so we just recently got here. I'll show this. We just recently picked up for my wife this. She just got the, and I think it's a great offer. It's a personal card, so yeah, it'll add to your 524, all that. But 80,000 points, AA miles, 80,000 AA miles. Citi AA miles, or AA miles, and it's $3,500 in purchases in the first 4 months. So I use this and it's actually a waived annual fee for the first month. Forgot about that. And so we just got this card because I'm going to be putting all the tours on it, and there is no foreign transaction fees. And actually, this is the exact same card, except that the business version that I used this one. I actually use this entirely in Greece. I had no issues using this at all in Greece, and that's how I hit my 4K spend. That I just kept spending more and more money on it. So in Italy, we're going to do the same thing. Use this card, no FX fees, bam, throw it in and get the welcome offer on it. So highly recommend 80,000. But I'm also thinking like that's going to go by fast. I think that 4K will go by fast based on the expenses. And I'm like, maybe I should get the Aspire. I know I missed out on the 175. What can I do? But 6K in 6 months is still easy to hit. And so that would be a good thing that I can pad and not have to worry about getting a new card for the next few months. So maybe you're right. Maybe you're right, Chad. Maybe I got to get the Aspire, man. That would be cool to see too. The difference on Diamond for the first time. But I'm like, once I go Aspire, man, I don't know if I'm going back. Chad said I've flown both products, and Lufthansa is pretty good. Sick. I'm excited. Calder, I once had to pay Air Canada $200 to not fly between Singapore and Tokyo. Flew a different route to Tokyo, self-connected to AC flight from Tokyo. Yeah, that is so funny. And here is the what? Oh yeah. Sorry, I was reading something else. So yeah, they do that. Yeah, Air Canada. I guess the only thing I do like, even though it actually doesn't mean anything, but it just feels better, is when you pay the taxes and fees with Air Canada, I always get charged in Canadian dollars, and that's weaker. So it'll be 200 Canadian, CAD, and it ended up being $150 on my card. So I'm like, oh, it's not as bad as I thought, but obviously it's a conversion thing. It's not a actual savings. It just feels good. But yeah, Air Canada's those fees can be expensive on most, so it's something to know. But on top of that, you get a great system for booking, and I booked a lot of flights through there. I even booked my Greece flight to there from London. It was Aegean Air. It was the Greek airline itself. I booked with Air Canada. It was 25K miles for 2 tickets one way. Easy money. Fun said, so nervous about your credit cards. Yeah. Oh, Fun. I was talking about you earlier. just for you, fun. I moved my hair so you can do the surfboard with the tsunami. I said earlier, some guy named Fun says my hair is like a tsunami. Um, so let's put the wig back on. So that's for you. You know what? This gray hair. It's actually pretty comfortable. I'm not gonna lie. It's actually really comfortable. I hate to say this, but it is. Um, so that hair change is the change of a guy that's been in the game a long time. Yes. Isaiah Laufenberg used the $50 Aspire flight credit at United Travel credited 2 days later. Let's go. And see, that's what I would be putting it towards outside of that. That's what I would be putting it outside of that. I think I'll use it towards an AA flight to Puerto Rico. Otherwise, yeah, 100%. Um, Chad says, if you don't believe, I'll send you the live room tour and shot while I was there. Oh man, I believe you. I mean, yeah, hell, if it's not like deep in your archives, it's like an easy find. Like you have a folder for it. Sure, I'd love to see it. But I believe you 100%. Fun says, when are we going to the timeshare voting of you resisting? Resisting what? Fun. What am I resisting? Um, but we can go to a timeshare together. I think that would be a cool meetup. Oh, when are we getting the timeshare video of you telling them no over and over again? So I probably when I get back from Italy. I actually want to do it differently. I think I'm going to put it together really nicely. More of a general, broad timeshare topic. I think it'll be fun. I think it has a lot of potential, so we'll see. I'm gonna put it together. I've been putting the thumbnail together. Actually, maybe I can show you guys the thumbnail for that. I think that would be funny. I started doing it. Let me see if I can find it. But yeah, I'm basically something like this. And obviously, this is not me. Obviously that's not me. And I'm starting, it's a little crowded at the moment, but I'm gonna try to work on it. And I'm gonna replace my face with this guy's face. But I want to try to do something like this, where it's like, oh, I went, to a timeshare and they forced me, and then I told them no, and I got my 100K points or something. So I think it'll be cool. What do you guys think of that thumbnail? Insane, right? Let me see here. Oh, AGM, I'm running out of points too. Hell yeah, man. I spent like 87,000 Capital One miles and 95,000 Amex points for flights from US to Korea and from Korea, Japan, and from TYO, the US, and like 310,000 Marriott points for my Seoul, Osaka, and Kyoto stays. Yeah. Oh, man. I hear you. Yeah, I hear you. I mean, that's actually not bad, though. Excuse me. I mean, for those 3 locations, I mean, I'm assuming you're staying at least. I mean, with those amount of points, you're probably going like 50K or 40K a night. I'm guessing, right? I mean, we're not going super high end. I'm assuming, but just For context, flights for 3 people. That's pretty good, actually. I think you found some good redemptions there, especially if you're doing a stopover real quick, hang out in Seoul. Hell yeah, I think that'd be cool. I think it'll be very cool. I think you did good. I think you actually did pretty good. Diamond Rights, let us know how Citi is internationally, as evident from Reddit and things like that. Yeah, you see, that's what I thought too. Everyone said, "Oh, I can't use Citi abroad." They called me. I had no problem. Maybe it was because it was a business card. Maybe we'll have a different because it's personal. That could have been it. But I used my business Citi AA, and I used it everywhere. And never had one issue with the transactions whatsoever. I used it at everywhere in Greece, islands, everything. So yeah, I had no problems with it at all. So something to know. Maybe it was a business thing versus whatever. Vincent Lasagna. What's going on, Vincent? Aspire it up. We might have to. It's the one annual fee card. It's the one annual fee card I want, or at least high annual fee card that I want, And I guess technically, I could just, then I could just downgrade my surpass. I saved that 150. I probably would pay that one. I was probably going to pay that 150 anyway for gold status. Yeah, I would actually. I would have to for some of the stays. And so, I mean, technically, you could work that into the fee a little bit. 150 saving. The gray hair is comfortable. It's very comfortable. I don't know why. People are gonna look on here and be like, "What is this freaking foxy grandpa, silver fox?" What about the 10K hotel stay? I think the only time I'm gonna have time to do that is gonna be between October, or it's gonna be in October. If not October, end of November. If not then like January, February, March. Like I have a window of when I could get that done. And I think so. I think that's what I think it's gonna. But like you're trying to kill me, Mike. You said I'll go out there last week. There was like hurricanes out there. Like if you like Philip was telling me he was watching the live stream. There's hurricanes hitting that place. I was good thing I didn't go now. Would have got wrecked. Absolutely. Fun says you should get a rubber chicken that makes noise every time they ask you, "Do you want to buy a timeshare?" Now that would be so hilarious. Also, you're doing a Howie Mandel. That's a Howie Mandel reference right there. He said he'll go up to people in the deli and just go and just talk like nothing's happening, like a crazy person. That would be funny. Maybe I should do that. I acted like a complete buffoon at a Hilton timeshare. That's the title. Fun says 2 more weeks that I'm finally on vacation. Nice job. You hit Japan first, then Thailand, then Taiwan. The caper to the vacation is going to be staying at the Conrad in Tokyo. Very nice. I'm excited to hear what you think about the Conrad in Tokyo. If I get the Aspire, I have to figure out what would be the best use of that free night certificate. And I'm teetering between Conrad Tokyo, Conrad Osaka. I know the Osaka one's very nice. I don't have to use it. I actually have it fully booked out, like the hotels in Japan, but I could always extend by a day. Like Tokyo, I have 4 nights. Kyoto, I have 5. If I want to do 5 Tokyo, actually, I technically have 5. If I did 6 Tokyo, maybe I should do FNC for the Conrad there. I'm not sure. We'll see. WD, how do you think just open Strata Elite for 100K bonus? Always good. That's an easy answer. Always good. If you're not worried about anything else, want to get that 100K for whatever partners Citi's got, yeah, 100% you will profit first year. Use the splurge credit, use your dining, your hotel credit, use all that. You'll have a good time. Downgrade to the Strata Premier next year, all day. I never heard anyone say that yet. I mean, I'm just assuming you can just downgrade from the Strata Elite to the Premier. That's probably not controversial to say, but I bet it is. It wouldn't make sense you couldn't. But fun. I use talk to text. That's why sometimes my messages look stupid. What are you driving? Why are you doing talks to text? What's going on? Chris Rock, time to get 3 Aspires. That day is coming. I have covertly under the radar have been planning a world of 6 Aspires, 7 Aspires, maybe 8 Aspires, maybe 10. Under the radar for the past few years. I now am the sole holder of 1 Surpass and 2 no annual fee Hilton cards, and my wife has the exact same. So I could tomorrow turn it on and get 6 Hilton Aspires, and then I'll win the game. I'll win the game with 6 Aspires. But if I apply for one, then I'll have 7. So I am slowly working that way. As soon as all the subs run out, and I'm like, okay, I think I hit my limit on subs I want to hit, or I'm starting to get denied for everything, that'll probably be the year where I just upgrade them all in the month of, who knows, December, double dip all the credits, pay $3,000 in annual fees and get like 7 free night certificates and just book an insane trips with that. Absolutely. I mean, and then also, 7 Aspires times the $400 credit, that's almost $3,000 in United Travel Bank. I mean, I could book like a one-way business class on United with that. I mean, that's kind of crazy. That's actually pretty insane now that I think about it. Depending where you're going, Supercell, hit the married bonus, same, and getting the 5 nights soon, same. Plan on using them for my Disney World trip. Same. No, I'm kidding. Next is applying for Southwest and getting the companion pass. Awesome. Yeah, where are you going to be using them? Supercell in Disney World. You're going to be, is a good place. I'd like to see. AGM for Seoul, I did 50K a night for the Le Meridian, very nice. For 3 nights. For Osaka, 20K a night, the Fairfield, cool. And Kyoto, 70K a night for the chapter. Oh, I've seen that chapter. That looks nice. So I actually booked, thanks to Joe Barretto. Yeah, let me do this. Let me pull this up. So I got to do a huge shout out to Joe Barretto. So here's the chapter that where AGM's talking about here. And this is a nice hotel. And this is definitely one that I think, let me put the points price. Let me do points. That's going to be an amazing, and it looks like a really, really good, it looks like a decent location. It looks like it's next to the Ritz-Carlton, which is not too far out. I actually booked this one, the Hotel de Mitsui. And the reason I booked this is I seen a video with Sebi where he stayed here. and it is a 3 Michelin key. It'll be the first 3 Michelin key hotel I ever stay in. And I think it's going to be an amazing video. I think that's going to be absolutely stunning. And it's a little bit less of a, better location like the Park Hyatt or the Sohaka, which I also have booked as well. But this was awesome. And I only was able to get it done because Joe lent me. It was I needed 100K points to get it done. This is 148,000, but it was like 112 when I booked it. So Joe actually sent me and lent me the 100K Marriott points. I got to pay him back. He told me I don't have to, but I have 50K coming. I'm going to send it to him, and then I'll have to send him another 50K. But I wanted to get this redemption done so I didn't have to worry about it. And so, we booked it here. It has a private onsen too on site, so that's really exciting. But yeah, this is the only Marriott I have. Only doing one night, and purely it's because I just want to see the highest level of luxury in Kyoto, and then just do a video. Just do a video on it. I think it'll be sick. I think it'll be absolutely sick. Okay. Ian says that was barely a hurricane. Come on, man. I want to see you go up there, fishing, just be like, oh, look at me and I'm fishing. And then all of a sudden the wind comes through and you get knocked off the tower. I mean, I don't want to see you get knocked off the tower. He's a great guy, but you'll see me get knocked off the tower and you'll start laughing. You'll be like, ha ha ha, let me get a beer, and then you'll be watching live and it'll be fine. You'll watch the live stream cam on YouTube of that. And that's not a nice thing. Fun. You better not go nowhere near the villages in Orlando, or you're gonna have all these old ladies chasing your golf carts using Silver Fox. Oh my goodness gracious. Yeah, man. Maybe I don't have to bring this. We're gonna have to bring this everywhere. Kirby, what's going on, Kirby? Shout out to him and his channel. We'll have to catch up, but love an AV live. And look at Kirby holding up the Leaning Tower of Pisa. Ian's got all the gear. Damn. Ian, I feel like you're like a scuba diver. I feel like that you like. I almost feel like Ian was a Navy SEAL or something, or the Coast Guard, or I feel like you did something like that. Call me Lonnie. What's good? Oh, what's going on, Lonnie? Happy Friday. What's poppin', man? Appreciate you, Lonnie, for being here. Supercells, Walt Disney World Swan Reserve. Pay the difference if I have to. 4 to 5 night stay. First time going to Disney World. Really? Congrats. It's going to be a lot of fun. Disney World is, I've been there 3 times in my life. 3 times. Always a fun time. And it's magical. I will say it's magical. All right. It's a good time. Absolutely. So you'll have a good time there. Get some good tickets. Definitely recommend Epcot. Not everyone like goes to Epcot, but I highly recommend it. You don't have to drink, but you can just try to do a couple drinks and whatnot. But any recommendations? Okay, yeah. So I recommend any recommendation. So yeah, I recommend doing Epcot. I recommend obviously doing the the Magic Kingdom. The only ones that I never thought were worth it were the Animal Kingdom. I know some people love them, and that's going to be controversial, but I never really cared for it. We always kind of speed ran that. But I think Magic Kingdom, 100%, Pirates of the Caribbean ride all day. Go straight there. Don't even do anything else. Just go straight to the Pirates of the Caribbean ride. And then there's a million, like, do all the rides there. They're a lot of fun. And then he said, so that, and then go to Epcot. I think Epcot's worth it. It was very fun for me just because me and my wife were running around. It's basically like 13 different countries. You go to Japan, China, Norway. It's like a few different places. You could drink around the world or just get food around the world. Some people say it's not worth it. I actually really enjoyed my time there. Obviously, yeah, even with the kids, I think it's cool. And they have like little side things, like they have little movies about each culture and each country that you're going to. So I think it's worth it. Outside of that, SeaWorld's cool. Everybody does SeaWorld once. It's just very hot and there's like no areas for for shade, so you'd be burning down. So it depends what time of year you're going. That always killed people, like kids especially growing up. You always get hit by the sun. But definitely Magic Kingdom, definitely the Epcot, I would say. I mean, if you're gonna be balling out, do Animal Kingdom too. I just didn't think it was as worth it. But Magic Kingdom, spent all day, literally 12 hours. You'll do 20,000 steps. It'll be a fun time. Absolutely. Yeah. As far as places to eat in there, not gonna lie, not great food. Not great. We did like we went to one place that was okay. It was in the it's called, like, I don't know what it's called, but it's like the future world or something. It's like a future area, and it shows like the carousel of time, like things that are happening in the future and what we're going to see. And it goes from like the 20s to, or like the early 1900s to inventing electricity to, flying cars or something. So that's good. Supercell. I bought the pass to go to different parks. Oh, okay, so you got the park hopper pass. I'll have drinks. LOL. What's the best time to go? What time of year? I know I'm just like ranting about random things. I would definitely say. We've gone at different times. I think February. I really enjoyed February. I think February was like I would say early February too. Um, if you're if I would say if you're going early February, I think it's a perfect mix of like late night 70s, maybe even 60s if you're lucky. Or like during the park days, like 80s. You're in the 80s. It's hot, it's expected, but I think it's a good time. That's where we went. You still get the showers at like 1 p.m. It'll start, raining a little bit. Preferably if you can go like honestly, even October is nice. It's just dressed up a little bit differently. Like the Magic Kingdom will be, Halloween based, so it'll be pretty cool. Yeah, but I've always liked February. Past that, it's just too unbearably hot. I think we've went when I was a kid much hotter. Later months and stuff, and it's not worth it. So January, February, October, I think they're okay. Okay times. Even October would be kind of hot, so something to know, something to do nonetheless. But yeah, I would say that's what I would recommend. Park hopper tickets, yeah, you got the good locations, so that's fine. Really nothing else to note, though. Yeah, really nothing else to note. Yeah, I would say that. Yeah, definitely. Thank you for the recommendations. No problem. Yeah, I wish I had more. Usually I have like more insights, but it's like pretty straightforward. Like you just take the monorail there. Park hopper you'll be able to go. I would say you have the park hopper tickets. Just make sure it's like a pie chart of like where you're gonna spend your time. Magic Kingdom, like that's a 12-hour. That's an entire day. I probably wouldn't park hop if you're doing Magic Kingdom with the kids. It's an all day thing. Just assume that you're gonna be there the whole day. If you get through it faster and you're kind of over it, okay, move on. Otherwise, then yeah, next day do your Magic Kingdom, do your Epcot. You could do those both in one day. And then I forgot about MGM. Or did they change? They changed the name to like Hollywood Studios or something. When we went, it was MGM. That's a cool place. I never liked it because I don't like the rides. But if you're a ride person, cool. They have like the Tower of Death or whatever it's called. It's like yeah, what the hell is it called? The Tower of Terror. Yeah, that's scary. It like drops you in an elevator. I'm like, no, I don't do that. I don't do none of that. No, I don't like it. So, but if you like that stuff, go for it. For sure. Chet says he's right. He's right in that I live in Florida, and for the love of God, do not go between May and September unless you want to leave like a well done steak. 100%. Yeah, yeah. I'm just like that's why I feel like January, February is cool. October, November, cool. I think those are fine. I think you'll have a good time there. It's a good mix in between, but yeah, after May and September, I can imagine. I would never. Oh God. Yeah, I would imagine, Chad. Freaking hell. It'd be insane. Oh, Yankee Man, I gotta be honest. If you've been to the countries in Epcot in real life, I've been to about half of them. It takes a lot away from it. Drinking there is cool though, plus Guardians. Yeah, true. True. That's a good point. Yeah, I guess the last time I was there, I've never went to anywhere. Really, it was like just the start of the points of miles travel game. I actually booked an Airbnb when I went, and I paid cash for a JetBlue flight. So it's a good point. That would be interesting. Yeah, go to look. Huh. Wonder if that's a video down the line. If we could make it to all 13 countries in Epcot, but like in real life, and then go back to Epcot, that would be interesting. Yeah, that would be interesting idea. AGM, the chapter Kyoto is literally 2 minutes walking distance from the Ritz-Carlton. It was okay in my opinion because the room size is more in the typical Japanese room style. Overall, the Le Meridien Myeongdong was the best. Cool. This was last April. Oh, nice. And I went to Japan during cherry blossom season, by the way. Sick. That's when I'm going. I'm going to be going in April, so that's freaking awesome. Nice. Very, very cool. I think I missed. Oh, yeah, Chris Rock. Glad you booked a Mitsui now because in a year it'll probably cost 100%. 200K points, and I value merit points the same as Hilton nowadays, but they're much harder to earn than Hilton. Yeah, I technically with this redemption, if we had to put a dollar amount on it, I think it was 112,000 points and it was just about, I think, just under $1,900 in cash. So I mean, if you actually care about the points, cents per point, you're just under 2 cents per point. So that's pretty sick. So about 1.8, 1.9. So it's not bad with the Marriott points, for a single night. But I just wanted to do it just to have it. I'm usually not one to hotel hop, but with all these crazy excursions, I'm like, these could make for good content and good experiences down the line. So I think it's worth it. But that's just me. Oh yeah, that was there. Oh, fun to Uncle Luke said you better not get hammered at the meeting. He said when you get tipsy, you break out the breakdancing in the robot. Well, if we're talking about the PR trip, we'll probably get a little bit. Nothing too crazy, but I talked to Joe. We'll do some salsa dancing on the beach. But if you're talking about a timeshare meeting, yeah, you can't get hammered or else they'll kick you out. They'll say you can't even do whatever. They say you can't stay here. Like Dylan, are you going to try to get an upgrade at check-in on Emirates to first just to have points ready to transfer? So no, I decided I'm not going to do it. Theoretically, I could actually. Crazily enough, I could. Even though I bankrupted everything else, I actually still have. Maybe I'll go through my points totals. How about that? That'll be fun. So, all right, here's the deal. We'll go through the points totals, and I'll talk about some ways I think I could get some of them back. So one, chase points, about 2,500. Oh, right. Let me actually set this up a little bit more, and then afterwards, we will go through. There was actually community posts about this live, which we had some questions, some not. So I'll go through this afterwards as well. But yeah, just to set it up, here's the points I have left. I think total spent now between Italy and Japan and Puerto Rico, just in those three trips, I think it's probably like 3 million points. It's got to be about 3 million, maybe 2.5, maybe closer to 2.5. I don't know. It's probably between 2.5 and 3. And of course, that's like 600,000 Hilton, 400,000 Hyatt. Like that's also those breakdowns, but also like a few 100,000 Chase, so probably about 2.5, probably, if I'm being realistic. So what I have left now is Chase points. I have 2,500 left. Hold on with Chase points. I have American Express points. I have 20,000 with 3,000 pending in Rakuten now. I have 70,000 Capital One miles because I just got a couple of referrals. So shout out. Thank you for that. So I have 70,000 Capital One miles. That's great. I have 150,000 American Airlines miles, which will be 240,000 once my wife hits the welcome offer on the Citi AA personal. I lost all of my Air France, which actually, fun fact, when you cancel an Air France flight that had points, like if you have points that are expiring in Air France or actually any ecosystem, but Air France, the points were expired or expired after I used them. So like I made a redemption a month later, they would have expired. Canceled the Air France economy flight, like I talked about earlier. Canceled the flight. It also canceled the points. They all expired worthless. So it was about 100,000 Air France miles I lost. So that was, pour one out for that. So I'm pretty sure. Oh yeah, in Hilton I have 20,000 left. So I think, I think on the base level, 20K Amex, 2,500 Chase. We'll say 240,000 AA, 20,000 Alaska, 20,000 Hilton, and zero Hyatt. I think that's everything. I think that's all I have. And I'm 50K in debt to Joe Burrow for Marriott. So yeah, I've gotten to a point where I'm like almost completely bankrupt, and I need to be able to replenish my stash. So how am I doing that? Well, I did a few things already. Well, one, you guys saw I got this. So this is how I got my AA miles, and that's how I'm going to be able to book the flights back home from Japan. We just, and this Barclays as well. We also picked up this card for my wife, so we just got that. We're working on the welcome offer. I just hit the Marriott 5 free night bonus as well. So that's another. So I have 5 free nights coming to me. I actually did do something with timeshares recently. I didn't say it yet live, but I recently had to change one of my stays, which was, yes, actually, I'll mention this as well. I went in Rome. I ended up actually changing one of my hotels for a couple of reasons. But originally, I was gonna stay. Originally, I was gonna stay in Italy for 3 weeks. After doing my Greece trip, I think it's way too long. So I've now narrowed it down to 2 weeks, which is still too long, but I think it'll be good for our itinerary. And so, since I shortened it by a good week, now the hotels that I had booked after that time, which happened to just be this Palazzo Manfredi, this one that I've been wanting to go to for years, I did in fact end up canceling it. I ended up canceling it because, well, I think it's good. It's going to be it would be a great stay, but I don't know. I think Chad mentioned like AC is kind of not really around in that hotel, and I think most of them probably don't have great AC, but it seems to be just busier. I don't know. And it's and also that's not even really the main reason. It's just how I justified it. It's also because there was no award availability for the days that I needed prior to. But I actually booked their sister property instead for the days that I shortened it to. So I cut out a whole part of the trip and then we changed it to this hotel. So I actually am staying in the Palm Suite a couple of nights, which is a little bit cheaper, 100K points a night, which is still expensive. It is an SLH hotel as well. You know, I've been loving the SLHs. It's about $900 cash price per night, or maybe 1,000. So that's probably close to 1 cent per point, but whatever, who cares? And it's actually their sister property. One thing I thought that was interesting is that when you book here and you have Hilton Gold status, apparently you get complimentary breakfast at the Palazzo Manfredi overlooking the Coliseum. So even though I'm not staying at the place overlooking the Coliseum, I'm going to have breakfast there every morning overlooking the Coliseum. So I think that'll be cool. And apparently this is on a quiet street again, literally, like if I could zoom in here, like a 1 minute walk from Rome. I mean, from the Coliseum. Let me see here. Where's the Palm Suite? This one. Yeah. Let's zoom in. So yeah, literally. So Palazzo Manfredi that I canceled. Palm Suite, the sister property. They are, they are owned by the same, and so it's a 1 minute walk from there. And then they say it's on a quiet, nestled part of the street. So I think that's cool. So I think it'll be a quieter experience. I think it'll be, I think it'll be nice. But I think both would have been amazing. But there was no award availability for the Manfredi, so that's just that's the deal. Unfortunately, because it's so soon, I had to break up my stay. So I have one night here, and I have the third night here, but my second night is at a different hotel. And that's this one right here, the Palazzo Talia, which I might change. I actually have on rooms.arrow an alert set for if another night opens up here, because I think it would be such a sick stay. But I do have a night here as a middle grounds stay. It's a little bit further away, but it's right next to the Trevi Fountain. I think it'll be cool. They say it's like a museum. Service is great, like good location, like, run of the mill cool place. Cash price, what is it? 100? Yeah, I paid 130K. I actually saved 10,000 points changing these hotels, and then probably like $1,000 in US per night. So not amazing, but I think it'll be a sick property. Also thought about switching to this Aleph, but we'll see. I don't know. We'll see which one might change to. But yeah, so I did that as well. So I ended up, like I said, now I have like 10K Hilton points left, or 20K. So I did do something. Because I bankrupted myself in Hilton, I was like, oh man, I gotta get some more Hilton points back. And in one way, yes, I probably will end up applying for the Spire, get 150,000 points. Cool. Get a free night. Okay, we're back in business. But I wanted to get more. So I booked another Hilton timeshare. Every live stream we talk about Hilton timeshare. Right now they're offering 50,000 points, which is okay for a getaway, but the reason I brought up these Rome stays is because when you have to make a change like this, they'll almost always send you to Hilton Grand Vacations. And I love that because I feel like I have a little more leverage because I didn't call them. They transferred me. So I say, hey, I was just transferred. I was just making some cool bookings. Cool. So then, sometimes they work with you. So I ended up calling in and I was able to lock in a 100K offer. I was able to get 100,000 Hilton Honors points going back to Hilton Head Island next year. And it's actually the best deal I've gotten so far. It was literally $300 for the stay, but they gave me 5 nights. Like these are all 3 nights. They gave me 5 nights in Hilton Head for $300. But what some of you may not have realized is when you have the Hilton Surpass card, which my wife and I both have, which also 150K offer here, cool, is the $50 hotel credit that you get quarterly with the Hilton Surpass. That does code towards the timeshare. And so I paid $300, I got 50 back. So it was like, with taxes and fees, it ended up being like $270. So I figured Yeah, we're definitely going to Hilton Head next year. It's our favorite, beach vacation now. Easy trip. We could drive to it. I'll prepay $270 to get back 100,000 Hilton Honors points, like all day. So we do have 100K timeshare coming up next year. That'll give me 100K Hilton. Cool. And my wife also has under her name her own package for Orlando. I think it's 4 nights. I think we spent 200. Again, did the $50 discount with the Surpass, another 100K. So by the end of the year, I should have had the Aspire 150K. 2 timeshares. So I'll probably have 350,000, maybe 400,000 Hilton points. Maybe I can get some referrals when the new year comes around. We'll see. I'll count my blessings. And then a free night certificate. So I think that'll be enough for another awesome trip. Absolutely. So that's how I'm replenishing my Hilton. Otherwise, man, I don't know. Otherwise, it's tough. Yeah, I don't think I had anything else. No. So otherwise, yeah, I'm not necessarily sure. I'm not necessarily sure what I should do to replenish points. I'm using Rakuten for Amex, as much as I can get back from Amex points. Chase, man, I applied for an Inc. They denied me. Obviously, it was my 5th one, so like no way I was gonna, get approved for that. But I almost think like my days of Chase escapades might be over, unfortunately, unless I want to go for, unless I want to go for the it's reserve, but I don't want to pay $800. Like I just don't want to. I'm just not interested. So we'll see. But yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? Like how else? I'm kind of at a loss. I'm like, I got some Capital One miles to make some trips done, but I actually don't know what I would do if I had to book some business class next year, other than my 70K Capital One miles, and whatever Amex I have left over. Like I have sitting on my, I guess one way I have sitting on my desk, I got a mailer for the Aeroplan card. Let me see if I can pull up the Aeroplan card. Let me see here. Aeroplan. Yeah. So this is actually a card that I'm probably going to get to. So Aeroplan, they sent me a mailer. It's actually 85,000 points in the mail. And they gave me until like September 10th to take the offer up. And it's a Chase card, but I'm hoping the mailer will supersede any Chase rules and give me the card, give me the bonus. $95 annual fee, cool. But my 85,000 Aeroplan, I mean, that's what I use to book. I use 70K to book the one-way business class Lufthansa or even ANA. So I'm just thinking, okay, that could be a way. If I get 85K plus the 4K spend, we're talking 90,000 Aeroplan points. I think I can do some damage with that, but still, I'm always flying for 2. Like I'm not going anywhere without my wife, so it's like, it's tough. It's tough. It's tough. So I don't know. I really don't know how else I'm going to do it. I think also probably if I can get a business gold one of these days, if I could find a business gold that has 200,000 MR points or 10K spends, I'll take advantage this time. We'll see. 15K is out of reach, but I don't know. It's going to be tough. Oh, I didn't even answer Mike's question. So no, I'm not going to do it just because I really don't want to bankrupt the rest of my, like I have enough Capital One miles, and maybe I just go crazy and change it last second, but I don't know if the first class will be worth me foregoing future business class tickets with my Capital One miles. I just don't think it'll be worth it, especially since it's my first real crazy flight. So yeah, I just don't think it'll be worth it. But yeah, I definitely contemplated. I definitely contemplated like crazy. And again, I'm more extreme. Like there's really no reason I should be, with the amount of points that I had, have bankrupted myself on these 3 trips. But I wanted these 3 trips to be the biggest. I mean, for years I've always wanted to do Italy, Japan. Like those are the ones. So I'm like, go all out, make some great videos from them, have a good time, experience them while I can. Because honestly, if we might have kids and stuff like that, I just don't know if we'll be back soon. So I'm like, I'm trying to just live by the philosophy, make hay while the sun shines, go all to the, go all out while I can. And I think it'll be worth it. I think it'll be worth it. And I'm always of the mindset, points always come back. There's always a way to get more points back. So I was bankrupt before and I got some more. So we'll see. Oh, Kevin P with the 5 spot. Appreciate you, sir. Yo, Anthony, just did my Hilton vacation timeshare sales pitch today. Didn't buy, now 100K points. Richard, let's go. Let's go with the Lancer Evo, baby. I love to hear it. I love to hear it. Somebody commented on my timeshare video. He was like, Anthony, which I think he's being funny. He's Mike. He's been around, but he was like, Anthony, we're not friends anymore. My friend went to a timeshare and now he owns one now. I was like, come on. I said, if you watched my video, he was not doing a time. He's not buying a timeshare. I always say don't buy. Just say no, and then do what Kevin P did and get the 100K points. I myself have gotten like 200,000 Hilton points just from timeshares. And by this time next year, I will have gotten probably an extra 200,000. So they're lucrative, man. And they get a whole vacation out of it. I think it's worth it. I think it's absolutely worth it. Um, so yeah. Yeah. Calder, what are you talking about? AV is close to Sledge levels of being behind on chat at 36. It's 4 minutes. Sledge is 45 minutes late. I'm 4. What are you talking about? Kevin. Oh yeah. So shout out Kevin. Good stuff. And thank you for the 5 spot, man. Kirby says, glad you're going to Japan before me so I could steal all your ideas after. Legit. Oh, I didn't even talk about my Japan stays. Okay, let's do that. So Japan. So I don't know. I'll do quick just because you guys. Well, I'll do Kyoto quick because I feel like maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like you guys have maybe seen the videos on Kyoto so far. I've said it a million times. I hope I'm not being repetitive, but so here I'll do it like this. Actually, we'll go by actual dates here. Well, not the real dates, but I don't want to dox myself. But so basically, I figured, and it could change, but I figured, and these are things that are actually booked, like in the books. So I figured that we're gonna be flying into Narita, and we are gonna have like a 13-hour flight, and yeah, it's gonna be business class, but still. I want to make sure that I learn from my other trips, and what I've learned from my Greece trip is like you do not want to be running around after the flight. At least for me and my wife, we want to just like find an easy place to stay and sleep. Wake up the next day, let's hit it hard. Okay, so that's what I learned, and that's what I'm trying to implement. And so for here, I'll put the comment away just so it's easier to say. So I figured, okay, for now, let's land in Narita and let's just go to a cheap, nice place that I know is probably gonna be fine. And I actually booked this caption by Hyatt. So this is a caption. It's a new hotel. It's actually opening, I think next month. I think it's opening next month. And it's nothing crazy. It's 20,000 Hyatt points a night. In a decent area, from all the research that I could see. It's actually close to the Tokyo. I don't know if there's an actual name, but like the Tokyo train station. I think it's actually called that. And but that's like a busier station. Apparently the other one's a little bit better. I'm forgetting the names now. But yeah, I booked this place one night. Caption, it actually, and so for 2 reasons. One, it was 20K a night, cheap. Decent location. I'm not trying to break the bank on this, and it's only for an overnight, and then we're heading out to Kyoto. But also because I never stayed in a caption before, and 1, I just want the experience, and 2, you guys know Hyatt has the brand explorer, so every 5 unique Hyatt brands you stay in, you'll get a free night cert, and so that's one of them. And so with this, I'll actually unlock probably not a free night, probably need 2 more, but it'll allow me to get a free night easier. So that was the first night, booked there, get on the Shinkansen, the bullet train, head on out to Kyoto. When we go to Kyoto, our first night is going to be, it's going to be in Hilton, but an SLH. Said the Sawaka a million times, but we'll showcase it for the hell of it, just so we have everything correct on timelines. So we booked the Sawaka. It's an old school Ryokan, old restaurant actually that's been converted to Ryokan. So very, very nice, authentic place with a modern touch. 130,000 Hilton Honors points. You can use a free night there. I think there's only 23 rooms possible in there, and so that's going to be cool. And they have like a whole Zen yoga and tea time and meditation. My wife's a yoga teacher, so I think that'll be a fun little event to do for us. So that's there. Got 2 nights there. Second night, we have the Park Hyatt. Where's the Park? Yeah, second night is the Park Hyatt in Kyoto. This one has always been regarded as one of the hardest redemptions to find. I was lucky to find one. Somehow I put the alert on a rooms.aero shout out. They texted me like, oh, there's a room that opened up. Bam, 45K points later, got a single night. Thought it'd be cool to just experience. And by the way, both of these hotels this one and the Park Hyatt are like a block away from each other, so it'll be sick. Um, and then I have the Mitsui, like I talked about. Then we're going back up to Tokyo afterwards, and I ended up after looking at a lot of research. So I think a lot of you guys are going to Japan, and I made sure that I'm, when I say certain things, that I'm reaffirming this, that the stuff that I researched, since I haven't been there yet, I'm making sure that it's good with the people that have actually been there. So I asked, people who have been to Japan a million times, am I correct in assuming X? And so my caveat is everything I'm saying is with the backing of people who have done it. So I looked at all of these different hotels in all of Tokyo, and there's so many options with Hyatt. And this is why I kind of saved all of my Hyatt points for Japan, because I knew it was going to be the place to use it. And so what we did was we ended up staying in a few different places. So one, I don't think I'll end up doing this Park Hyatt in Tokyo. I don't know if I'll have 45K points. Maybe I will. We'll see. If I do, I'll switch one of the days or add a day just to experience it, because this is apparently like one of the most insane properties in the entire world for the people that are able to book that. So I think that's sick. We're able to book it. So that's going to be coming soon. We'll see when it's back online. I booked the caption for that one night, but then I have 4 nights, which might end up being 5 nights, and I booked them all. And it was a big toss up. Like everyone said, oh, the Andaz and Toranaman Hills is nice, but after doing some research, it's a great hotel. It's a Cat 8, but location is not necessarily a walkable place. It does have a train literally connected to it, so that can allow you to get to some of the other regions that people love. So I think it's money for the train, but I think we really wanted a place that we can kind of walk from, like right down and then get right into the action. And so after going through all of these, and also the hotel Toranaman Hills, also like business area, business district, right next to the train. These hotels are right next to each other, just not necessarily a walkable place, from what I understand. Same for the Grand Hyatt. People didn't really love the location. It's in the same area as those. But I ended up going with the Hyatt-centric Ginza here. The reason being is because after talking to a million people and looking at the areas, this was the place that was like the most walkable, almost the most walkable of all of them that you could book. And I wish we actually can like see what is this, like a TV ad? Well, it looks like a nice hotel, and honestly, I wasn't trying to go the craziest on it. And if it was a cheaper place but the same location, I would have went with it. But because of its, I guess the Ginza district, which JP Knowledge I'm sure would reaffirm, Michael Wong was telling me, is like a great place. It's walkable. So I think that's the hardest choice. Like I have a friend that also booked the Regency, but the location's not the most amazing, or this Regency, not the most amazing. The Hyatt House, again, still like great locations, just not the best one. And I was looking for the best one, so did book 4 nights at the Hyatt Centric Ginza. Ended up being like 140,000 points, 35 cream per night. And another reason is I never stayed in a Centric, so that plus the caption should actually allow me to get a free night certificate with Hyatt too. So I think that'll help, because I have stayed in a Regency and I have done an Andaz and all of these and whatnot. So in Hyatt houses, so it's also a little play there. But honestly, it's just due to the from what everything I researched, like everyone loves the location. But a lot of these were runner ups. Like I don't know. I looked at Sebi's videos. I looked at a lot of people's videos, like which ones are the best. And yeah, I think it's a mix between location and then high class, service and all that. And I really just wanted a place as like good home base. It's funny, actually. I think on the hotel website, they literally say, "Let us be your home base," or something like that. You're here, now go anywhere. Yeah, it's like the perfect launch pad for exploring near and far, located in the district. They're like, yeah, let's be your launch pad. So I think, the middle. Yeah, I think it'll be fun. I think it'll be fun. So that's how I got fully bankrupted on Hyatt as well. So, yep. Chat says that's a shame, but I'm sure you'll still have a great time. The Palazzo is in a great location, so let's make sure you make your way over there. So the breakfast at the rooftop is fresh and the view is breathtaking. JP Knowledge stayed there on my recommendation as well. Hell yeah. Yeah, I would love to. And honestly, I probably should set an alert for that middle night, or even the both nights. I think I would have enough for both. Actually, no, they devalued it. The Palazzo Manfredi, when I booked it, was 120K per night. So I had 2 nights at 240. It's now 140 per night. So it's been devalued by 20K per night. So I think that pushes it in untouchable territory for me now, unless I could muster up some points. But yeah, Yeah, yeah. But I honestly, if I can get that middle stay and just switch the Talia to the Palazzo Manfredi, I'll do it. I'll do it. Absolutely. So maybe I should do that. Um, Cesar says to get my points back, I should cancel the ink cards you have and apply again. Will that work? Really? Because I have two inks, two ink caches, and two unlimiteds. You really think I could just cancel and all of a sudden they won't remember me and I could start over? I mean, if that's true, maybe. Yeah, maybe I'll have to do that. Interesting. I didn't really think that was a game to like cancel and like get resets for you. Well, man, I don't know. WKD, $800 for 125, really not bad. Yeah, yeah. I mean, you're right. Let me pull it up because it's like I'm actively thinking about these things. I'm actively thinking about what travels I might have, how to replenish these points, this point stack while I can. And what would be the most cost effective? So, like, yeah, I did a community post about it, but yeah, Sapphire Reserve's got 125K point offer right now for just 6K spend in the first 3 months. So literally the same spend as a Hilton Aspire, just in half the time, but 6K is doable. Um, it's like, would I pay? It's like it's tough because it's like, yes, and one way I can say the $800 annual fee, I would pay $800 for 125,000 chase points. Like all day long, I would pay $800 for that. Granted that the spend is easy to hit. So like if that's true, then it should be a no-brainer. But again, with all these trips coming up, like man, it would hurt to get hit by an $800 fee that I have to pay. That now it's not going towards tours or food excursions when I'm in these destinations. And yeah, I mean the credits are cool, but like I'm not gonna be using like I actually wouldn't have. I mean, I'm sure I can find a use for it, but like since everything's basically booked now for the next 12 months and honestly beyond, I'm like, I don't know where I would use any of these things. I would have to find something to use it on, but I don't necessarily need it right now. Like I could live without it. Um, so it's tough. Like, yeah, it should be easy math. It should be easy math. $800 annual fee, get the 125. It's worth it, but it's just tough. I don't know. It's tough to feel sometimes, but I hear you. I agree. Yeah, and the Wheels I Am says the same thing. No CSRE with the 125. It's like it's tempting. It's tempting. I would love to have my chase points back. I would. I absolutely would. Um, Cesar says kids equals mortgages. Enjoy while you can. That's how I'm trying to live, man. Cesar, I tell people that more often than you would imagine. Cesar always told me when you have a kid, it is like a mortgage. It's a whole new mortgage you have to pay. When you have a pet, like a dog, that's like a car payment, And I always remember he said that to me, and I always think about it, and I tell other people that now. It's great wisdom, So that's what I'm feeling. I'm like, I know it's gonna be coming, a kids thing, but I'm like, let's just kind of go really ham while we can, why not? We got the points, let's just do it. And it's like, and then it gives you a reason to go hard and get some more cards to replenish that stash if you so choose. The timeshare salesperson told Jamie, what's this Hilton timeshare game? Oh man, you really want to hear about the game of Hilton timeshares? Well, basically, Hilton Grand Vacations, they'll give you they'll offer you a package to go to certain destinations. So like we talked about, a $200 hotel stay, they give you 50,000 Hilton Honors points. Basically, their entire incentive is give you a discounted stay, so you attend a timeshare presentation in which they try to convince you to buy a timeshare. Ranges anywhere between $2,000 and $100,000 for a timeshare. They have their own point system, not Hilton Honors points, but Grand Vacation points. And basically, our job in the credit card community is to take as many timeshares as possible, in my opinion, within reason, get some extra stays that you wouldn't normally be able to do. Like I got like going to Hilton Head, I prepaid for a Hilton Head timeshare for next year. Orlando's cool. We prepaid for one for at some point. Who knows when? I did the same in Vegas before I got married. I discounted the stay that just before we got married and did the whole creator meetup back then. And so you can get offers between 15,000 points and honestly 150,000 points. And so I've gotten 100K, like at least set up packages 3 times, so it's 300,000 and then a 75K recently. So like close to 400,000 in Hilton points just from timeshares that I will have reaped by next year. And the entire thing hinges on saying no. You go to do the timeshare, you just say no. That's it. They're gonna take you into a room and say, "Oh, here's all the great things about it." Now they're gonna sit you down. How often do you travel? How much do you make? Would you like to travel more? Where do you like to travel? Okay, we have timeshares in these locations. Do you want a package? No. Okay, we'll send you another person. Do you want the package? No. Just trying to convince you. The more you say no, and basically a limit of like 2 hours. Once you're there for 2 hours, they let you go and you enjoy the rest of your vacation. 100,000 points or 50,000 points, what have you, will drop into your account literally like a second later. And so I've just found that it's a great way that if you have resilience, you can earn a lot of Hilton Honors points. And so, yeah, I think it's just not for the faint of heart. If you're somebody who doesn't want to spend 2 hours of your 3 to 5 night vacation on a timeshare, get it. I get it. If you're somebody that can easily be swayed by timeshare people or just salesmen in general, don't go. You're bound to say yes. I know a lot of people who would say yes, and I don't tell them to do that. So I always have to have the caveat out there. If you're someone who's susceptible to marketing and sales, do not. But if you could say no, then don't. Put you onto a little bit more game. If you're married, don't say you're married, because once you have it in the system that you're married, you're going to be forced to bring your wife there or your husband there and what have you. I actually tested it because I originally said I was single because it was literally 2 hours before I got married the first time in Vegas, which is hilarious. Then we got married. Then I did another one recently where I said I was married just because I wanted her to come, and I thought it would make for a better video if she was there and got her take on it. And then I just got another one where they asked me if I'm married or single, and I said I was single. So we'll see if they catch it. But I said I was single. If they ask me, I'm just going to say I got divorced or something. But it'll just be easier because I can just be like, all right, we'll go to the timeshare. I don't have to bother her with it. She can hang out at the beach. I could just do the timeshare, get my points. So it really was no benefit of her being there at all, other than just like funny, for me. It's fun to just hang out. But if they just say you're single when they ask you that. And then because when you check in, they're not like monitoring who's checking in with who, and also they just be your girlfriend. They don't know, or boyfriend. So just say you're single, and then you're fine. Also advocate for yourself. If you ever get on those calls, they'll say like 15K. Just be like, oh, I have a 50K offer. Show them this, or sometimes you can use an old email where they give you 75K. I've done that before. So yeah, that's the game. That's the game. Not for everybody though. Fun says, good night, Anthony. You are awesome, bro. Appreciate you, Fun. Always a fun time with you. You do Tokyo too. I need a few good reps for points. For stays, yeah. Absolutely. I'm staying in the Hilton place for Kyoto in 2 nights in early October for only 9K points. And I see that's money. And honestly, like when we go back, probably like as parents, I would imagine I would probably end up booking, those cheaper stays and extend them for much longer. And if I wasn't as crazy, I probably won't go as crazy, but I just really love the ultra luxury levels of the game. Like I love it. Like it's just, I love it. I'm different. Some people really like to extend the stays, and I've done that too. But since I've been hitting the highest levels of luxury with some of these hotels and starting to, I'm like, oh man, this is fun. Like it's so much fun to see what's possible. So yeah, definitely don't have to be as crazy as me with burning this much. What's the best way to burn city points? I mean, honestly, right now, everybody's going to tell you the same. Just like send them over to American Airlines. But honestly, the best way to burn it is just the trip that you're going to next. Like if you're going to a destination, that would be better with, well, I guess it could be similar. One World with Qantas, and maybe they have some sweet spots. But yeah, honestly, American's going to be covering all of One World anyway. But I guess if there's transfer partners that would be outside of One World, then, go for that. Depending on where you're going, seats.aero, check what the best redemptions are for the destination you want to go to. Otherwise, yeah, AA all day. AA all day. If you already have enough AA, I don't know. I think I'm going to start experimenting with the I prefer. I think that'll be cool. I think that'll definitely be cool. Yeah. Honestly, I should probably start getting some city points too. Get the Strata Premier. But yeah, as AGM says, transfer to miles. My Life on Earth, yeah, the caption is close to Tokyo Station. Yeah, that's what I was trying to remember. That was the actual name. But I'm forgetting the second station because they said Tokyo Station is very convoluted, very hard to understand if it's your first time. But they said the other station's better, which is like a 15-minute drive from the hotel. So I was like, whatever, just take a quick drive over there, and then head on out. Head on out. Bam. Let me see, Kevin. The salesperson, after realizing we weren't going to buy the timeshare, got upset. Said we wasted their time and told me and my wife. See, I don't know. I hear this sometimes, and I'm not oblivious that timeshare people can be abrasive. But my first time I did a timeshare in Vegas, even though technically the lady did say that because I lied and said that I only got like a day off a day off per year to travel, or like 3 days off, and like that timeshare was 3 days. They're like, oh, this was your whole yearly trip. I was like, yeah, it's a timeshare. And she was like, she called us like drones and just like robots of the system, whatever. But I didn't really care. Um, but the second time was amazing. He was like so, I don't know, he's such a nice guy, and I actually learned a little bit more about the program because I was inquisitive and I heard him out and I wanted to hear more. Very nice guy. It was like a very pleasant experience. There was nothing wrong with it whatsoever. So yeah, some of them can be like, oh, I wasted your time. But honestly, I think if you just go in with a curious mind, instead, some people will just be like, I'm just here for the points, which I agree. You could do that. You could just say, I'm here for the points, and then they'll get you out of there. You'll have to stay for an allotted like 90 minutes, and then you'll go. Sometimes they'll get you out a little sooner because they want to move on to the next. But usually they set up the timeshares so they're like between 2.5 hours each. They'll be like 11:30 and then a 1, or like 90 minutes each. But honestly, I've just always gone in it with a curious mind because I always learned something new about the program that I could share here. And I was like, oh, that's pretty interesting. You have one in Italy. Let me see the property. Like, I just look and like, oh, it's a cool property out there. Like, something to know. And they never really seem upset after that. Like, they just seem like, oh, he's interested. But then I just mentioned like, oh, we just bought a house, which is true. We just bought a house. Um, Actually, funnily enough, I think I said this on a stream, but I'm just assuming you guys weren't there for that one. But on my recent Hilton timeshare a couple months ago, so I told the guy I only travel like 5 days a year, like 5 days the entire year. That's it. And then he asked me, he was like, oh, Anthony, I see your Hilton Gold status. How'd you do that? And you guys know, typically to hit Hilton Gold status, you need like 40 nights per year. So, I mean, I'm presenting as if I'm only staying 5 nights, but how do I have Hilton Gold? And I knew he was going to ask that. I just kind of felt it before he did. And I was like, he's going to say something about gold. Let's see. And he said he saw that I was Hilton Gold member. And I said, oh no, I just have it with the Hilton Surpass card. He was like, oh, you have the card. Right. So that leads me to think that they can't look at your bookings, because had he would have actually looked at my account, he would have seen all of the Lake Como Hiltons and SLHs. He would have seen the ones in Rome. He would have seen Japan ones. He would have seen the Caribe in San Juan. He would have seen so many Hiltons. It's not even funny. And he would have been like, you're a freaking liar. So that's good to know. If they say gold status, don't freeze up. They just see gold. I have my Hilton Surpass. What do you want? Or my platinum card gives it to me. It's so funny. Ian, oh man, your wife's a yoga teacher? Yes. She's gonna love the gardens of Japan. So peaceful. Yeah. Actually, Italy we always thought was gonna be her favorite. I really do think Japan's gonna be her favorite. I think that'll be the one for the ages. Absolutely. I think she's gonna absolutely love it. So yeah, I agree, Ian. Absolutely. Learning to travel Italy and Japan. Are you me? Probably. Booked both of those next year, only 1 month apart due to flight availability. Also scored some Kyoto availability. Sick. Do you mean scored a Kyoto availability like any of the hotels? Do you mean Park Hyatt? Just curious. But yeah, man, I just figured, I was just like, what are the 2 bucket list places that everyone wants to go to? Well, one, Greece, which was her place, and I loved it there. Then Italy, then Japan. My own personal bucket list is Taiwan and China. I don't know when I'll end up there, but that's my personal thing. I want to go there. But I figured, what's like 2 places, like those are them. After that, then I can be a little bit more lax with a lot of things. But I figured for the 2 that are the biggest in our lives, that most people, think is big, go for it. Let's just go all in. Kevin says, why Capital One allows some people to keep the venture old annual fee of 59 and discontinue Saver with the annual fee 95, and some people have with 0 still earn 4.3. So they're not going to like change the card necessarily. Sometimes they do, but from what I understand, people who still have the $39 Quicksilver card, the Quicksilver one, they're never going to cancel it. Like they're still earning. They're still going to make money off you from the annual fee, and you're going to have to cancel. And they're never going to really product change it. So yeah, that's they're not going to like do that for you, honestly. Um, yeah, yeah. I think that'll be. I think that's one of those things. I think it's one of those things where they'll allow people to just exist with it because they make money, and most people like don't remember that they have these annual fees and they get hit every year and they make money from it. So yeah, no rhyme or reason. I think it's just Capital One doing things. Ian says, I'm booked in the Centric right now. Okay, cool. Same. We'll switch to the Park Hyatt if it's open. Maybe same too. Hope it can compare to the Andaz. From what I don't know. From what I looked up, it seems like everyone said Andaz was better internally, like the rooms and everything were nicer, but Centric they prefer the location. Kirby taking notes. Appreciate you, man. Are you just doing Tokyo and Kyoto? Yeah, Kirby, if you have questions and stuff, I mean, I don't think I went over everything, but I just did a lot of research, talked to a lot of people, so hopefully I can help, even though I haven't done it yet. But Life Hunter says Anda isn't a great walkable place, really. Ginza is nice, but you won't be walking around Ginza for 4 days, will you? Walkable in Tokyo means walkable to train. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, I mean that's a good point, and I think that's why a lot of people also stated like the Toranama Hill locations were like literally under like on top of the train station, so it's like easy money to get to. So yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe I should just split it up and just do like two in Ginza and then two in the the Andas. I don't know. You think that would be worth it? Life on Earth. You're always very sensible. You always have a great way of um good head about certain things. So like I said, I don't know, so I'm good to learn that. But yeah, you think it would make sense to like split it up 2 and 2? Because I'll do that right away. We're so far out, I do it. Israel, a little late, but I'm here, Anthony. Appreciate you, Israel. Ian says, Walkable Tokyo is overrated, in my opinion. We have always taken the subway everywhere when we're staying in Shabui and in the business district. All right, so yeah, you did do you said that you did the Andas, so you had the train underneath, so that's cool. Seemed like a great area to me. Cool. All right, so and that's the thing, like there's so many data points, it's hard to know until you really speaking to people who did it. I was reading a lot of Reddits of people who stayed there and they're like, oh, I think this, and I got conflicting things, so I just try to see what percentage of people are saying one thing versus the other. So that's good to hear. I mean, it would be nice to flip between, because if I could get two separate kind of feelings or two different experiences, I think that's better than one. So 2 and 2 would be cool. And I think we might extend it by a day. We might do 5. So, but I almost feel like, I don't know, maybe I'm crazy. People be like, you could spend a year in Tokyo and and do it all. But I'm like, I feel like I don't know. You think I feel like 5 days Kyoto is great. I think for our vibe, I think it'll be cool. I feel like Tokyo 4 was enough, but you think 5 is more worth it? I don't know. What do you guys think? Ian and Life on Earth and everybody else. Learning to travel. Had a terrible timeshare experience at Secrets in Cancun. I would never subject myself to that while on vacation again. What happened? Oh my god. I'm waiting to have a really terrible one. Like I have 2 more coming up. Like I'm excited to see if there's gonna be like a terrible one. What happened? Jeez. Um yeah. Yeah, Life on Earth. The Shinagawa. Don't drive there, but get on the Shinkansen from Tokyo Station. So much easier. You'll be fine. Just follow the signs. Haha. All right, good to know. Good to know that the concerns are a bit waned. Then that's cool. That's cool. Let me see here. And I appreciate you guys giving me the advice, giving me the game. Am I missing something? Oh, Jordan. What's going on, Jordan? Have to watch the replay. Congrats on the trip. Thank you, Jordan, man. Appreciate you. Again, always got to shout him out. Check out Jordan Rules for credit. You have to follow the Jordan rules for credit. No one else's rules, but the Jordan rules. Or Jordan rules itself. I think both can be true. So thank you for that, man. Thanks for being here. Absolutely. All right, let's see here. Now you guys are putting me on some good game here. I need to hear. Player 2 hated the experience. Player 2 would not agree to doing the time share. Yeah, just say you're single. They don't, how would they ever know that you're not single? Although Calby believes that they're going to look up somehow the records and they show that you're a married person. But I mean, I'm going to test that out soon. I said I was single, even though I told him I was married before. We'll see. Was I am. You ever book a cruise with points? Just did this after Sledge's opinion. No, no, never did a cruise actually. I would like to. I just don't know if we will. Maybe down the line, but never did yet. If I had to do one though, the point the BS podcast guys, Sean Lane and Sherwin, they talked about Virgin cruises where you could do like 180,000 technically Virgin like Atlantic points, 180,000. You could book like a 7 day excursion, all inclusive cruise on their cruise line. So I think that would be sick. But never did it now. Mm, 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 mm. Oh yeah, Ian says when you go back, you need to book a real deal, off the beaten path, traditional Japanese hotel not associated with the brand. Amazing but ridiculously expensive. Interesting. Yeah, and I was thinking of doing that in Kanazawa, which is like a 2 hour bullet train ride from Kyoto, but I don't know. I think we'll just probably end up doing both of them. I think we'll be all right. I think we'll do like 10 days. I think it could be fun. We'll see. Park Hyatt 4 nights. Oh my god, that'd be crazy. I don't think I'll have enough points. I don't think I'll have enough points on at all. This is terrifying. The Silver Gentleman is here, folks. The Silver Gentleman. Italy. Ian says she'll like Japan a lot more. Much more zen there than Italy. I mean, I can't think of one relaxing thing about it. True. Yeah, I can agree. Yeah, I think so. I think you're right. I think we will. I think we'll like Japan a lot. Randall, what's going on, Randall? Another martini, Randall. Thanks for that. Oh, does Hyatt have a timeshare system as well? Wheel says yes, they do, but usually it's not great. I usually get them in the mail, and they're like 15,000 Hyatt points, 199 for a 4 day, and deep Florida. Like deep Florida, they'll have one. It's never really seemed worth it to me. I think Marriott could be better. Marriott has like 50K, I believe, on some of their timeshares, and sometimes they're just virtual. Like literally, you can do one like this. Attend their virtual timeshare. They'll give you like, sometimes it was like 20,000, 30,000. I don't know, something like that. But yeah, Hyatt only 15K. I mean, it's nice if you just want to like get 15K and also do a vacation, but I wouldn't do it for that. Whereas Hilton, I'm like literally sometimes doing the trip just for the points, and still do a trip. But yeah. Kirby says, if I get 100,000 timeshare offer with Hilton, I'll drive 4 hours to Vegas in a heartbeat. Bro, do it. You could do it. I mean, if you message me offline, I'll show you how to get that 100K. I don't want to nerf it, but there's kind of a way. Kirby says, adding Taiwan to my trip was such a great idea. My preliminary research has me excited, and the Eva Air product home seems nice enough. Probably going to spend 3 to 4 days there. Yeah, if I could do it, I would do what you're doing. 100%. I think Eva Air, the product, after looking at it and talking to people, like seems amazing. The only problem is like being able to book it. I never can find more than one ticket. I guess with the caveat of I was trying to book on Air Canada because that's all the miles I had. And so if you're looking with Air Canada, try to book Eva Air, they'll never release one more than one business class seat. And again, I'm always traveling with her. If I was traveling solo dolo, all day long, I would do Eva with a stopover in Taiwan. Yeah, 3 to 4 days there, and then straight to Tokyo. I think that would be amazing, but I just don't think I'll be able to get it done. Otherwise, yeah, I would love it. I would love it. I mean, look, things could change. I never know. Maybe something changes and I can do it, but I would love to do. Like that's my dream. Like going to Taiwan is my dream. I think it would be so fun. That'd be so fun. Life and says my two places will be Svalbard and Falkland Islands. LOLG. I don't even know what that is. What is that? Kevin says I was totally honest with her too and let her know from the start that I play the points game. Oh, you can't do that. They don't like to hear that. That was your first mistake. Because I remember when we did the timeshare in Vegas, Calby was like, hey man, you can just get a Hilton Aspire card and I can just book a free night at this place. She was like, it's not the same points. It's not good. They start flipping out when you start talking. It's like, you start, it's like the new Superman movie where they have the kryptonite and he's like, don't talk to me. And you put the kryptonite in his face. He's like, as soon as he's talking about like Hilton Aspires and free nights and Hilton points, they're just like, stop talking to me about that. So you can't do that. They get pissed. They get too pissed. Ian two spot. Thank you, sir. Park Hyatt, baby. Look, we just need another. If you can just do that, like 1,000 more times. We can book a night at the Park Hyatt in Tokyo. We can do that. I think that we could do that. So that's funny. Thank you for the two spotty, and I appreciate you, sir. And teaching me. Oh, I don't know. Did you guys answer? Should I do 2 nights in one hotel and two in the other? Um, like 2 nights the Hyatt Centric, 2 nights the Andaz. Like if you think that's good, I might just do it on your recommendation alone. Because I'm down. They're not that like they're not far from each other, and we wouldn't mind. Oh, okay. Life, he just said it. It all depends, right? Good thing is both of those are along Ginza line, a 15-minute subway ride. It also weighs you to Shibuya and Asakusa, and those will give you more luxurious experience. Interesting. So, is this true? Um, Friggin' Daniel. Is it true that So do you think it's true that I guess Ginza for a couple days, whatever that Ginza district is, maybe it's just the rich district, and I don't want to be there. Do you think most of the places that anybody would want to go to in Japan would be in those areas, like places by subway? Like whatever the ride is, 15-minute ride. And if so, then I guess it does make more sense to be at a place where the subway is, if I'm assuming correct. Because like I got both of them, but I didn't get as much research on like other surrounding areas. So yeah, if you're saying that like most of the places, like if you spend 4 days there and three of them would be on a place that you need to take a subway to, then I might as well just like book 3 nights at the Andaz, honestly, or just split it up 2 and 2. So yeah, thanks for it's good to know. I actually would appreciate the insight. On DC to USA again, 2 spot. Okay, I apologize. I apologize for the hat. Why? Don't apologize for the hat. I like the hat. Absolutely, I love the hat. No, thank you for that, man. Thank you for the 2 spot. Ian says, have you seen the subway map? Everything's close to the subway. Yeah, I just don't know like where are people going with the subway. I understand subway's easy to get to, but like where are they going and how far are the places that people are typically going? Like, and why? Okay, so you don't stay in the Ginza district. You go on the subway and you go to Shibuya, or you go to X city, or you go to X city. So it's like our majority of the day spent going to X city, or majority is staying in certain districts that you can walk to. From what I hear, you guys are saying it's trained to these other cities. So if that's true, then yeah, just be like on top of the subway, and that's the least amount of latency in your travels, I guess. Wake up to train to place. So if that's true, then that's good to know, and I'll switch everything, honestly. Oh yeah, you said that. Sparky coming in hot and heavy, a little bit sweaty. Great thumbnail. He actually looks like somebody in the credit card points of miles community. I can't really put my finger on it. Maybe you guys can help, but Anthony, help! I can't stop jorking to your streams. Well, we knew this was going to happen eventually, so if that's what's going to happen, then fine. And oh wow, Daniel Sparks kind of look like that picture. I still need you to crawl on all fours. What are you saying? It's too late, man. It's too late for all this. Oh my god. I still needed to crawl on all fours for my Eminra Street St. Brown edit. Is for my intro already guarantee. Already grabbed the camera. I can't even decipher that. What? Well, I recognize the already guarantee. Great guy in a space, but grab the camera. Is that just one of these? Like, we're now in Ginza. Jesus Christ. Well, thank you. Mike Nuland in all caps says, it's so easy to get around no matter where you stay in any town. And Ian says, nothing is far from the subway because there are so many subways. You can go from one line to another very easy. It's not like any metro in the US built properly, so everything's interconnected. Cool. Interesting. All right. So maybe we got to switch it up then. Maybe we'll go a little more. It was just like a day of research and just like looking around. I was like, all right, we'll book this, but we're so far out that I can switch them easy. Yeah. So I guess in that case, yeah. So then, yeah, if we're looking here, so that's Centric Cat 7. I mean, I'd rather book this if I can afford it. It's a Cat 8. Oh, that's a Grand High. What am I doing? The Honda's Cat 8. If I could afford it, that'd be cool. I had just enough to book the 4 with the Centric, so I guess it doesn't really matter. So maybe I should just stay in the caption then. Maybe I should just stay there all 5 nights and then call it a day. Kirby says Daniel Sparks is way too drunk for this family-friendly live stream. Yeah. Oh my God, Daniel's working on his custom cash video. Wait, do it again. I'll put it in. Okay. Okay, so this will end up in Daniel Sparks' video then, folks. So I'll put this away. Let's do an edit here. This will end up in his video, so we have to make it nice. Let's do it. So, okay. And now we're going to be talking about, and now let's talk about this. Put it in the video. Put it in the video. What is this? You need to read Rob's comment about you making a baby. I think he's on the right track. Baby Venture coming January 2027. Where's that? Did I miss? Where? Oh, Big Rob, LOL. Oh God, I missed so much. Oh, Big Rob. Go make a baby in Park Hyatt, Japan. That's where it happens, baby. It happens at the Park Hyatt. I'm going to tell my future son or daughter, you were conceived at the Park Hyatt in Tokyo. Isn't that crazy? That's crazy. That'd be such crazy, callback. That'd be insane. Fucking JK, thanks, Daddy. It better be in the video. If not, I'm going to come to your house and I'm going to force you to sell me your ZV-10 so I can upgrade my camera finally. So January 2027. Kirby father. Oh my God. January 2027. I mean, honestly, it's not a bad timeline. It might, but I want to make sure that they come out Geminis. So probably have to be May or early June, late May, early June. I think that's the best way to go about it. So I'm like, just like how I plan out, okay, which destination, all right, which points, I have to plan out when they're arriving too. So I think Gemini would be. Now that's powerful. That's right. Oh my God. You could tell them the idea. Could you imagine full circle? God, that'd be crazy. Full circle, baby. Watch the stream. You know what's insane to me? What's insane to me is if I continue on the route of being, a YouTube person and just, we're on the stream, we're going crazy tonight. But, if we just continue and let's say, another decade goes by or even 2 decades, and let's say we're in the 40s, if we're in our 40s now, I could look back on this exact stream, granted, it stays up or whatever, but I could look back on the stream when I was, 20, that's insane that you can, there's never been a time where you can watch yourself kind of grow older other than you just taking a picture of yourself or being on YouTube. It's kind of crazy to think about. I mean, even when I first started looking at some of the pictures, it's a little different. So it's kind of crazy. It's like a time capsule. Kirby said, how my wife giving birth got me 300,000 credit card points. Yeah, that would be a pretty powerful video if you think about it. Yeah. How my wife conceived of a kid and 300,000 credit card points or something like that. Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, we could do that. All right, guys. So I have some crazy news here, and it's actually the easiest hack to get 300,000 points. And basically, what you do is you get a wife, you go to the Park Hyatt in Tokyo, and you do the deal. And then basically 9 months later, you profit. Daniel Sparks, Anthony, do a credit card YouTuber tier list. Who's the best YouTubers? Who's the best credit card YouTubers? Well, I think Daniel's top. then points with Philip. Then who did you mention earlier? Already Guarantee. Yeah, and then me, and then Kirby. And then Kirby, Kirby might be one though. Might be number one. And then Jordan's maybe number one as well. Birth control does not. We've made it to the debauchery section. Birth control does not work at the park. Yeah, like literally, you probably walk into the Park Hyatt in Kyoto. Yeah, let's set it up. Where's the Park Hyatt? There it is. Let's go to the website. Yo, as soon as you make it into the Park Hyatt in Kyoto, you're going to be met with incredible decor, pianos, chairs, amazing views, bathrooms. But and everything is going to work amazingly. The private jacuzzi bath is going to work amazingly. Everything's going to work. You're going to go to work. The only thing that's not going to work is the birth control. Using our champagne, you will get so drunk. You'll oh my gosh. Nothing works unless you do. Um oh my god. And 9 months later you gotta pay your three. Yo, I was thinking about this also the other day. I was thinking about Dong Kim. I'm sorry you have to launch in after dinner with all this nonsense. But Ian, I was thinking about this. Um, so what if you so the way I was thinking about it is like, okay, American Express, and this could work for any of the others, but American Express, you can put you can put someone as an authorized user, excuse me, as early as I'm sorry. Okay, Ian, that's funny. So I was thinking about this. So if you can get an authorized user as early as 13 with American Express, I mean, what would stop me, once I'm killing it, what would stop me from getting my Hilton Aspire, making my kid who's 13 years old an authorized user? They'll get automatic diamond status. And then if they just hold it for 10 years, by the time they're 23, they'll have lifetime diamond status. Literally the early, as young as you can be and have lifetime diamond. And like do the same for Marriott, if that can work. Or I don't know. Actually, I don't know if there's any others is easier than Hilton Aspire, because basically you're paying 10 years of the Aspire annual fee, them under authorized users, to get diamond status. So I'm like, all right, you're just paying $5,500 outside of all the credits. $5,500 gives them diamond status for life. Like that's pretty sick, actually. It's actually pretty cool. So I think that'd be interesting. I think I would just do that. Everybody gets an Aspire, but I think the authorized user works, right? Like, can't you just do that? don't they get that? I think that'd be cool. Me and my 48 subs deserve S tier easy. Yeah, Kirby. You know what? We'll do this too, since Kirby's been sticking around, making me laugh like crazy. Kirby G credit card. I didn't even get to the post yet. The hell? No, that's not me. Kirby. He wants to hit 50 subs. So folks, can we make that happen? We got to go shout out Mr. Kirby, man. We did a live together, and it was a live, right? No, it was a video. We did a video together, and it was a video. He shared his experience, and he's been doing very well. Some videos are popping off, and he has a real good, authentic view on the stuff that he's doing out in life right now. He's definitely killing it. So here's his channel. Let's see if we can get him to 50K. 50K, 50 subs at least right now, and then we'll check back in a minute. Definitely. Shout out to Kirby. Don't Kim wig. What are you talking about? What wig? I don't wear one. I don't have a wig. Do a points with Philip impression. So I'm only doing this because Philip texted me saying I should do one. So sure. So Daniel did one earlier. I'll do one now. Philip, he said I should do one on the live. So sure. I feel like Philip should start wearing shades like this. Imagine he just approaches. He's like, "Hey friends, what's up? Points of Philip. Philip here with Points of Philip, and yeah, Ian. Hey friends, it's Philip, and I'm here for the 6th time today because I want to talk about how TSA PreCheck can really change your life. And well, I went to Orlando recently, and when I was going through the airport, I realized that I have TSA PreCheck, and well, it was really important because it led me to get through the line that much faster, and my wife didn't have to wait, and it was an amazing thing. And the only reason I have this is because my platinum card. Oh my god, how's that, Phil? Phil likes the impressions of him, so how is that? Um, uh, oh my god. Oh, these glasses are cool, but like it's hard to see some things. How I forged social security numbers to get a player. I think, yeah, I watched some things. I think I probably could. I think there's ways to do it. I love to see you making a vid of you renting a girlfriend in Tokyo. Your wife rents a boyfriend and go on dates. That's a great idea. No, you know what I was thinking? I was thinking maybe screw all these other hotels in Tokyo. Let's just do a capsule. Why not just do a capsule hotel? You know, why can't I just live in the pod and eat the bugs, right? I mean, wait, let me look this up. I think my wife just heard that and she laughed. You like that? Why not just like why not just stay in Tokyo? Look, laid back capsule. Did that just say with the bugs? Oh no, with a lounge. Okay. I thought but look at this. I could just stay in the capsule. Look at this plywood. I mean, yeah, what's wrong with that? Honestly, there's nothing wrong with that. I actually really want to. I think it would be a great video and a great thumbnail. The Anthony Venture in a pod, that would be sick. So maybe we'll just say screw all the other. Let's say screw all the nice hotels and name brands. What am I worried about? Let's just do 31 a night, and then we could fit in here. Look, we got a fridge, we got a light, mosquito zapper. I mean, what the hell? I mean, I think that's kind of honestly not even making fun of it. I think that would be cool. I think Kate says no pods. Damn it, the wife says no pods. God damn it. Wandering Dog, high quality particle board wood. I want that. I want that. Kirby says, how this capsule hotel was the most expensive hotel on my trip to Japan. Yeah. How this capsule hotel changed my life. How I conceived of a child in the capsule hotel. How my son was born in a capsule hotel. Not the mosquitoes ever. Yeah. Come on. Doc. Doc, you know what, Doc? Meet my wife. Wife, meet my doc. Meet my doctor. um, yeah. Kirk Cousins, you like that video entered here? Oh my god. Ian, 2 spot, appreciate it. Sledge impression is the goat. Yeah, man. Yeah, I don't think I have the voice to be able to get that done now, but I do love the sledge impression. Maybe if he invites me on, we'll do a sledge impression. Maybe if he invites me on one of these days. Let's see. Oh, Kirby, let's see if Kirby did in fact hit 50 subscribers. Let's see. No, not this. Kirby. All right, we got 48. Refresh. 52. Let's go, baby. I appreciate it. We got him to 52. We got to keep going, though. If we can get him to 100, that'd be sick. We got to get Kirby monetized, man. Oh my God, I'm frozen. Oh, we got to get Kirby monetized. 1,000. Let's go. Hi, Doc. What's the right card for a capsule stay? Honestly, I wonder if you could book a capsule with the Sapphire Reserve $300 travel credit. Probably right. You probably can, right? I'll probably just book it, pay with the Sapphire Reserve. I mean, if it's $31 a night, factoring in taxes and fees, I could probably get 7 nights in a capsule pod. A capsule pod with a $300 travel credit. This is good. My wife is dying laughing inside. Anthony, can you make eye contact? Do you want to make an appearance? Maybe we can get my wife in here. She said no. Oh my God. Anthony, can you make eye? How's that? How's that, Sparky? Guys, I understand if you leave at this point. It's a little bit too crazy at this point. From the start, I mean, when we start dropping like 200 chats, and 40 chats and insane chat, I mean, we start dropping these, we're not gonna have a normal, it's not gonna be normal. And I'm not normal, so what are you gonna do? All right. What do we all right. My life on Earth. Look up Nipponia. You will love it. I stayed in one Ozu. It was great. All right, we could do that. Is that the name of the hotel? Naponia. Oh wow, look at this. Ozu. Let's see here. What kind of beautiful pod do we have here? Oh, this is not a pod. Oh, is this the Ryokan? Oh, that's cool. That's nice, man. Man, part of me is just like, I don't know. Am I wasting my time with my Hyatt points by booking the Centric or the Andaz? Like, should I just be booking some of these, or is it just because maybe like crazy cash prices and stuff, and we want to pay nothing out of pocket? Look how nice that is. So wait, where is Ozu then, as far as like the map is concerned? Let me get the map here. Oh, is that? Oh, wait, what? Oh, damn, it's one of the other. Oh, it's one of the islands out there. Damn, so you made it out there. What the hell? Whoa. Yeah, that's not. Oh, is that connected? Oh, can you go all the way through? Damn, you were all the way down there. That's like really in the edge of the world over there. Jeez, I know our friend Gal went to Fukuoka, not recently, and he likes it out there. Where is where's Okinawa? I feel like it's got to be somewhere around here. I never looked at it, but man, look at all these islands. Oh, there's Okinawa. Look at that. That would be sick to go to. Why is my wife laughing? Bro says he's almost done, but I've been educated. Oh my gosh. Kevin thinks it's a little creepy. Oh my god, Daniel. If I hit 100 subs by the end of the month, I will make a cover of King Von's Armed and Dangerous, but change the lyrics to talk about credit cards. Whoa! Damn it, why do I keep showing my face? Kirby, let's see, what's he at now? 52. Texas Dog was 52. If we can get him to fit to a 100, we can get a cover. That's 48 people. We have 53 in the chat. How many people are subscribed to Kirby, man? That's yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Texas Dog was 52. Let's go, Texas. Appreciate you, man. Mike Nuland, the Ritz card according to Philip. Oh right, yeah. Because of the Ritz Carlton card, I was able to save my entire life. The Ritz Carlton card. I used my Ritz Carlton card to get my wife pregnant. And well, that's why I think it's the best. Jesus. I'm a bit too off the rails now. This is too much. My wife accidentally booked a love hotel in Japan. That is actually a say. MR, what is a love hotel? You know damn well what a love hotel is, MR. I know damn well you've been on those streams with me where I showed you the love motels out in Jersey and a few different places. In the Poconos. I know you were on those streams, MR. I remember. So don't play coy. We're talking about Japan. Don't play coy with me, though. But how are you, MR? How's everything? How's life? We conceived the Japanese baby in the channel. Oh my God. These are sick titles, man. It's like a day use type hotel where people can't host so they can. What is that? Oh, never mind. I can understand. Polygraph Zone. Subscribe to Kirby. I just joined the stream. I just wanted to see you scroll. Well, basically, MR. I mean, if you really want to know, a love hotel is a place where, as Kirby would mention, is where your 90-day fiance comes in. And basically, that's where you find the love of your life. Is at the love hotel, and maybe not be the most clean, but it's a place where you can get the job done, and that's all we're looking for. It's a dirty job. That is kind of far from Tokyo. Don't. Yeah. You look Danang, Mikazuki, Japanese. So is that a Vietnamese Japanese place? I mean, I could do it, Kevin. I could do it. Listen, anything for you, Kevin. Honestly, at this point, anything for you. Let's see. I found it already. Wow, how did I do that? Let's see. But are we in Vietnam? Yeah, this is Vietnam. So it's a Japanese hotel in Vietnam. Toi Noi Ting Viet. $106. What's the deal with this, Kevin? Kevin, you go here? Oh wow, look at that. Look at that infinity pool. Damn, for $100 a night? Let's go. Oh yeah, that's love right there. Now that, okay, I see what you're doing. That's a love hotel. Look at that volcano. Look at that fake volcano. Look at that view. Holy crap. For 100 a night, that's money. Damn, Kevin, you booking this? I want to know. Put me onto your game. Thank you, Daniel. Um, never play coy, just fishy. The Chapter Hotel is literally 2 minutes walking to the Ritz-Carlton. It was okay in my opinion because the room size is more in typical Japanese room style. Overall, the Le Meridien here was the best. Interesting. Good to know. Yeah, they're really close, right? Now that's a place to make a few babies. Oh my god, we did. I think we've gone on long enough. I think this is where we need to. I think this is where we need to probably. I think we're gonna have to end this, man. I think this is too much. WQ, if you go into Taiwan, Taipei, make sure visit National Museum. It's amazing. You'll see more ancient Chinese piece than Beijing. Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, I would imagine, with the history of China and Taiwan. Yeah, I mean, Taiwan technically has the preserved old China that is more romanticized in books and fables and movies. So yeah, absolutely. All day long. I would love to. I want to go in the 101. I want to go do all that. That'd be cool. Entertainment, and you better start buying points. I really do. I really do need to start buying points, honestly. Like, I could use some Hilton. I could do all that, but yeah, we'll see. Polygraph, good night, and thanks for the good show. Need some sleep. Flying American Airlines, Philly to San Jose tomorrow. Hilton Bayfront. Hilton Bayfront. Oh, out there, very nice. It made me think of the one in St. Augustine, but very cool. Polygraph. Well, good night. Thanks for being here and subscribing to Kirby. And yeah, enjoy the night, man. Dirk Little, man, Anthony is still alive. I don't really know how we go so long. I'm surprised people stick around, but yeah, we're kind of just going ham. But yeah, we're going. Honestly, I would go forever. One of these days we'll do like a crazy 12-hour stream or something. The hotel I've been to, I have to have a lot of content though. The hotel I've been to, you've been to that hotel, has a water park in it in 2022. Very cool, man. Hotel, restaurant, water park, and more. Absolutely. Kirby says, before the end of the stream, we should discuss the complex geopolitical issues of Taiwan and China. Definitely not controversial at all. What are you talking about, Kirby? There's no such thing as Taiwan. There's no such thing. I have no idea. How can I say? Would you Taiwan the new Li? Oh no. Uh-oh. Any Chinese speakers probably hate me now. I'm just saying that's a phrase I've memorized. That's Bye-bye. All right. Peace out, Kevin. Appreciate you. And more. What's going on with them, Kirby? No, yeah, what's happening? Mike Newland, no hostile to stay in Japan for content only. Yeah, honestly, we need some content. So, we're going to have to figure out. We're going to have to go some crazy places. I really do want to do a capsule, though. Like, even if I have to book one night while having a night booked, like, like the fourth night or something, I'll just leave the wife in the room and then I'll go to the capsule pod, do a quick video real quick. I could already see it now. Like I could see the pods and maybe a couple bugs and just me just like, I'll do crazy AI and make the thumbnail sick. And I think I could do it well. I could probably film in like 2 hours and get all the content needed for it. I stayed overnight. Oh yeah, I couldn't do the overnight thing, but we'll see. 3 nights, full nights. We'll be back in Osaka. How many days? Okay. I think I'm just making sure I didn't miss everything. Before I think we might head out. We'll see. Jordan rules, bro, how is your forehead not itchy as hell? It's very comfortable. I don't know. Like it's actually like a nice warmth on the head. It just feels nice. It just feels very nice. I might start wearing this for every stream because it doesn't seem to really matter. It seems like it's fine. Daniel Spore says, can you say good night in Chinese? Yeah, you can say wan an. That's how most will say there. So wan an, good night. Leave where if it on does, and you can stay at the capsule hotel. I think that's the way. Yeah, you hear, she can hear. He's watching the stream. So bye, AGM. Take care, man. Sing a goodbye, Lona, in Italian. Make use of your Duolingo sub. Oh my god, I can't yet. I can't. I'm actually pretty sad that I didn't go harder with Italian over these course of these 3 months. We did like 150 days. We accumulated like 700 words, which was really piss poor. And Duolingo has been nice because I think my vocabulary is decent, not the amount of vocabulary, but obviously, I don't know, since Greece, it was very tough to get back in the rhythm of it. So I really wished I was at a further level. I probably should, and I'll probably keep going afterwards anyway. If I can get to a more appropriate level, it'll help for Puerto Rico anyway, a bit. Um, but I will say now that the third language that we're on with it, which is Italian, it's like I have the opposite problem. I remember for Chinese, it was much easier to get to be able to speak. Um, and my speaking abilities were always so much better than my listening, but I feel like Italian has been the reverse somehow. Like the listening's been strong, but like I have not practiced my speaking whatsoever. So it's interesting, but I need to start actually speaking a little bit more. So yeah, maybe I gotta go hard with that. Mike Doolin says, where are you at for Duolingo Japanese? Yeah, Duolingo Japanese will start pretty much. Yeah, I mean, I was thinking after Italy, but maybe it'll be after Puerto Rico. So like, yeah, November to April. 5 months. Yeah, it's still not a great amount of time, but I think I think the 5 months we'll go very hard and we'll get the Japanese in is to the highest of that we can. Yeah, I just wish my Italian was much further. I was hoping to get to like a 2,000 words before I go. I think if I go really hard, I can get to 1,000. Um, but yeah, I definitely fell off. It's tough, man. Nothing really hits quite like that first language, man. I used to go crazy with it, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We gotta get that Japanese up. Seeing those bangs stuck to your forehead is making me uncomfortable. What's wrong with it, man? Well, actually, I think it's off. Like, as you can tell, I think it's supposed to be like this, and now I look like every emo kid from school. What's up, dude? Sing to Daniel now. All right. I think we've done enough. I think now is the time to go. Dennis comes in. And you know what? You know what? Actually, this is perfect because Dennis, I had no idea that Dennis, you guys have seen Dennis Dunn. He's been everywhere. I didn't know that he was a YouTuber as well. I had no idea. And you might be surprised, but our very own Dennis does have a YouTube channel. So, and he's talking about credit cards and stuff like that. So, if you want to go and subscribe to him, he's got very, I actually like his thumbnails, very simplistic and easy to get to. And that's why the views are kind of rolling in, to be honest. So, very good personality. But from what I understand, Bronx guy, that Joe said, 530 subs. Let's get him to 1,000 too. He's a big supporter. He's always around. Dennis Dunn, shout out. Absolute shout out. Thank you again for the shout out. 55 subs. Nice job, man. Tua muy bella. Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, say my wife is beautiful. Thank you, Life on Earth. Hey, see, we got some vocab, right? We're moving. Mia moye. Yeah, absolutely. That was good. All right. Mike Newland says, all right, have a good night, everyone. It was fun. Thanks. Take care, Mike Newland. Thank you again for the crazy super chats, man. It means freaking the world to me. It really does. So thank you for all of that. Off the rails. Good night, y'all. All right, we're all say buona notte, Anthony. All right, we'll all say goodbye together. So gotta always shout it out. This is gonna be a long one. There's 24 super chats, the most I've ever had in history, and the most dollar amount. It's insane. Like it's absolutely insane. Thank you all who have been here during this entire time. It really is insane, and I can't say enough nice things about all of you who have been here, the whole community as a whole. And I hope to just continue doing this from time to time. And I hope that I was able to give some sort of insight to something for all these trips that we have booked in some way to give back. I hate, not being reciprocated, right? So thank you for all that. Mike Nuland, I think he like re-upped the membership. So I appreciate that, man. Mike Nuland with the 40 spot. Mike Nuland with the 40 spot. And Mike Nuland with a 50 spot. I mean, what the hell? I mean, that's crazy, man. That's absolutely crazy. And if you guys are, I can't see you right now, but if you're heading out, peace out on the way out. I got to go through this. Vincent Pasquale, super chat, man. Happy Friday. Always around. Thank you, sir. Xavier with a 20, then a 10, then a 2 freaking 100. God damn, it's insane. You guys are insane. Who would do that? Who would do that? Insanity. Thank you, Xavier. I owe him something. JC, Pasquale again. And JC always with the good stuff. Appreciate you, man. Texas Dog, not pitiful. Daniel Sparks with the crazy session he's had. Let's be honest, eye contact and all. Points of Philip, thank you, sir, for being here, man. You're the best. Falcon, absolutely amazing. Thank you, man. again, Daniel Charvicio. Who else we got? Joe Barreto came in. Holy crap. Kevin, Jordan, Ian with the fund, the baby fund, Park Hyatt baby fund. Oh my God. DZ, and DZ, and then Ian again. From the bottom of my heart, I appreciate you all. And you're just, I don't know, means everything to me. So I hope I was able to give at least even entertainment tonight. So I appreciate you all. I'm Arcezi's biggest fan. I missed most of the streets. I appreciate you more. True leader of the community. Wow, that's cool to say. Thank you, Kirby. But yeah, thank you all. Take care. Have a great night. Keep traveling. Have fun. And yeah, just keep having fun. Like I always say, keep the happiness high. Life can be simple if you allow it. Don't get too crazy. Don't get upset about too many different things. Don't go to bed angry. All those different things. So, all right, take care, enjoy, and thank you all again. I tip my hat to all of you.